Alrighty. Are we up and working? Please tell me I have audio. Yes, it's working. Awesome. Hello, Crash. Hello, Roa. Thank you guys for stopping in. Welcome in. I know I'm a little later than usual, but it was an absolutely gorgeous day here today, and I went out and played 9 holes of golf with a friend after work. Because it's summertime, and damn it, I want to enjoy it. But now that the day is done and the daylight's gone, let's get back to business and back on the old Forza grind here, because I do want to play some Genshin this week. What hot day for golfing? What? I might be misunderstanding, Roa. What are you trying to say? At least, oh yeah, it's not actually been that hot here. It was like 60s and 70s degree, 60 and 70 degree Fahrenheit area. So I think that's, what is that? I don't know metric. I just know freedom units. 72 F2C. About 22 to 20, somewhere between like 21 and 23 degrees Celsius here today, Roa. So it was a really, really nice day. Just genuinely a nice... Yeah, what the hell is a kilometer? Won't you fly, a free bird, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do actually love that meme, because it's like, it's so American. That's exactly how we are. It's like, there is no, like, we genuinely don't know what a kilometer is. Like, I know a meter is about a yard, but we don't have any way of measuring that stuff here, so we don't get used to it. But yeah, it's really hard to get used to metric system here in America, because we just don't use it. Kilo equals 1,000. Yeah, I know it's all like... Okay, I kind of know how far a mile is, because they made us run it. Everything is marked in miles, so you kind of get used to it. But in terms of kilometers, I know a kilometer is 1,000 meters, but to like try to space out 1,000 yards, it's kind of hard to like guesstimate that, you know? It's kind of tricky. It can be done, it's just hard to figure out. Ow. Hang on. Alright. Guesstimate? Yeah. It's a kind of like guessing estimate. We use that a lot around these parts. By the way, for lifting your weight, use a car with 1,500 horsepower. It works good. For lifting your weight? What? I'm not sure I understand that either. But either way, we've got some, we've got plenty left to do. We need to get this one done, the Icons of Speed. The Daily Challenge. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that one, because 2 stars of the Trailblazer is kind of hard in the Classic Muscle. Especially when that's only worth 1 point, and I can get, like, use the Super Bee. See, I don't have the Super Bee yet. I didn't get it last time it was out, so I'm probably going to go and focus on doing these 2. We have this that we can do.
Welcome back, Maverick.
Oh god, I forgot my TV's on. Double audio, please make it stop. Alright, that'll work. Now let's jump down here. We have a race already set up that we can get knocked out. This will be worth 5 points. Yes. Everybody go to Cyclone! Hey, exactly. Yes, this is the Cyclone. You soldiers? What? Man, I waited for these to come out for so long. Oh, yeah. Oh Oh yeah, it goes for a lot, but I don't need the money and I like the car, so I wanted to keep mine. Let's run the Corvette just for the lulz. Soji probably... Yeah, I probably would have bought it off of you because I actually really like the Cyclone. That's one of my particular favorite vehicles. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Boy, starting this race is going to be hard underneath of this thing. Now get it back and sell it to Soji. Yeah, no kidding. You still got your Typhoon? Awesome. I can't get it back. It's 20 mil. I know, he knows. He's just kidding. All right, let's see here. You got a. Oh God. That's not gone well. Okay, so you can't cut corners, I see. They definitely don't want you doing that. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this crazy car. Okay, this thing does not turn. Wow. Hit the same thing, landed straight. Yeah, you might have been using a different car, because this thing definitely didn't like that. Is that just... Oh, that's just a shortcut there. Okay. Boy, it's a shame, because with better tires, this car would actually be pretty good. I just hit J or something like that. Oh, you took that Jaguar. Okay, the F-Type. It's a shame because this car sounds really cool, but it just doesn't drive very good. I'm glad this was only 2 laps because this was genuinely 2. Come on, car. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Sorry, I had an itch I had to scratch. I know that wasn't a euphemism. I genuinely had an itch. Boy, we are very high up over the water here. Oh, yes. Yes! Hell yeah! Woohoo! Best part of this track so far. Ow. Is that a pit road? What? Oh boy. That's what I get for looking at my car and thinking it's cool. Hiya, Coy. How you been? Good to see you. Come on, car, come on. Yes, Koi very scared. Whoa. Oh. She's got like 6 heads. Sorry, I tried to turn those off. Hey, welcome back. How you been, Koi? What have you been up to? Hadn't heard from you in a little while. Back from the dead. Yeah, welcome back. Always good to see you. Say hi. Have you stop in to say hello? You been iffy? Well, that's not good. I hope it's, hope you're getting it figured out. What the? What? Hey, thank you so much, Roa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Get a Giga Chat in the chat for Roa, please. That was awesome. Thank you so much, my dude. As always appreciated. No ads for you. Yeah. Well, I genuinely appreciate it, Roa. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say, so I just keep saying thank you. Oh, God, hang on the car, hang on the car, hang on the car. Whoa! What? How'd that push me back? Your dad's getting better? That's awesome. That's good to hear he's getting better. Hopefully he keeps going in the right direction. I think he was sick in some way, but I can't remember exactly what it was now. It's been a while. I'm trying to rack my brain. I've got a lot going on myself, and it's hard to keep track of. I can't remember what it was. Stuff in his lungs. Okay, I'm respiratory issue. I knew it was something, I just couldn't remember what. Yeah, that's not a fun one to have. What? My dad wants something like that. He had liquid in his lungs. Ooh, yeah, that's... Liquid in lungs is not a good thing, that's for sure. It's not... Anything other than air in your lungs is usually really bad. I think what was it? Is it bronchitis that I think I had that one time? I don't know, I was sick for like 30-something days. I never did go to the doctor over it, which is probably why it didn't get any better. But I'm pretty sure I had bronchitis, because, I mean, it just... Oh, every time I breathed, it smelled like I was dying on the inside. It just... The stench of my own breath, it smelled like I was rotting like a zombie from the inside. It was awful. To this day, I refer to that as the death. It's seriously, I felt like I was dying inside. It was awful. It took me like almost 2 months to get over it after that. It was awful. Raw. Crash, what are you talking about? We're having a conversation here, bub. What are you doing? I'm very, very confused right now. But yeah, Koi, Roa, that is not... I feel bad for you guys. That always sucks to have something like that going on, and I feel for you. I'm glad to hear he's getting better, though, Koi, so may that trend continue on, and I hope he only keeps going up for you. It's been years since that, so it's all good. That's good. I'm glad it didn't get any worse or anything like that, and I'm glad he's doing okay now, but that still sucks that it had to come to that at some point. It's like, you never want to see that. I'm glad Koi's dad's getting... Yeah, me too. Like I said, that's always good to see people getting over stuff like that, because that can... sometimes that can cause a lot of problems, so... It's good to see people getting over it and getting through it and getting back onto the healthy train, so... Alright. Let's see what we got. Go. What was that? She should brush the outside wall. Go, car, go, car. This is weird. It's like a roller coaster racetrack. I only do these because they're cheap and easy. It's just good quick points, is all it is. That's a cool little section. Developers sure do like these. There's one of these canyon, like, elevated courses pretty much every single playlist. Somebody in the development room likes this area. Come on. Nice jump. But what else have you been up to, Coy? Knowing that you're back, I want to ask you a few questions while you're here. So, what have you been up to? Are you still drawing? And are you feeling any better? Is it helping being away from stuff a little more? Because I hope it is, and I hope it's working out for the best for you. We all miss you, but we all know why you had to leave, and I hope it's ending up being worth it. Whoa. Oh yeah, I haven't seen much of Coy. Yeah, she kind of decided to step away from the VTubing community in general and just a little bit of everything online. Said she needed to kind of step away from things for a little bit, you know? Which, I mean, I think that's a fair and good thing. She had a lot going on in her life, and, you know what, sometimes having a less of a distraction in the world is exactly the kind of thing you need to handle an issue, so I thought that was very smart and mature on her part. Hashtag baguette. What? Again, Crash, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, okay, now I can say that. Did you ever hear the Rucka Rucka Ali song? It's, what is it, Demi Lovato's What's Wrong with Being Confident? Except he remixed the lyrics to say, what's wrong with peeing on the French? I'm like, really? Who comes up with this stuff? Come on. Okay. Oh, man. Ooh, got a super wheel spin for that. Yay. It's not that exciting. Whatever. Where did the train go? What was that? What the crap? So weird. Alright, we got a super wheel spin for $130,000. Nice. Now we got a wheel spin for $5 grand. It's alright. Ooh, what's in the message center? News, evolving world. Okay. Hot new summer theme, decorations, ramp, and smashable props await you. Street team doesn't stay behind. Okay. Here's to find the palm tree and wave cutouts, ice cream cone, giant beach ball, and inflatable ring in event lab. Okay. Oh yeah, check out Discord server. Oh, I do see a ping down there. Let me get my 2 wheel spins done here. What do we get? 75,000. Oh, that's a big one. Pagani Huayra FE, 300 grand, and a Miata. And I already have one of those. Cash money. Yep, so we're actually going to sell this because I already own one. So we get 1.35 million and another 12,500. Let's go to the festival. Let me pull up the Discord real quick. What do we got here? New mentions, fan art. What Violet is up to? What is this? Yeah, pretty much. She likes screwing around like that. I love the phone company is Vark. Like, what? What even is that? That's funny. That's awesome, though, Roa. Thank you. I love that. I'm totally... Can I save this? How do I save this? Oh, wait. Right there it is. Download. Awesome. Thank you so much, Roa. I love that. That's so cute. Vark is a app that puts VRMs into small animations like that one. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's cute. I like that. I didn't know they made apps like. I knew they made apps for posing. I didn't know they made apps to put them into like small animations though. That's super cute. I suppose that's kind of like the ones you have that you use for dancing. Am I correct? Or am I off the line there? I feel like that's the same kind of thing. Oh man. I could not be getting sleepy yet. It has not been 30 minutes. I'm not. No. Ugh. Alright, so we need a Volkswagen Beetle, it looks like, for this one. Do I have a decent Beetle? But yeah, that's a really cool thing, Ro. I really appreciate you making me stuff like that now and then. It's so cool to see. So it's always... I need to learn to take time. I need to take time and learn how to do that kind of stuff so I can make more like promotional material and stuff. But it's like... I don't know, I just feel like I never have enough time to... I'd have to take time away from streaming, and it's like I don't want to do that. I like streaming. It's like I want to come here, I want to have fun with you guys. I just want to vibe and, you know, enjoy myself. And I feel like if I spend a bunch of time off stream to create stuff like that, I don't know, I have mixed feelings on trying to do it myself, and it's like, I don't know, I don't even know what I use it for, because I don't promote myself very much, but it is super cool when you get stuff like that from friends and stuff. It's awesome to see, because it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's the same for you guys. Everything that I am and have came out of my head, and it's like, it's ideas that I tried to bring to life, and with your amazing talents and stuff, I've seen so much more come to life than I ever thought possible. Having Ame make me my own Genshin version of myself, and then you going and being an absolute mad lad and recreating it. I'm like, it's so cool. You've done a lot for me, Roa. I've really appreciated it. I'm sorry I'm yawning. That makes it seem very insincere, but I promise I'm just dealing with some sunshine. Yeah. Now I'm back for real. What happened? What about MR? What? I don't know about... Oh, what about you? I just wanted to see how you've been, if it's working and stuff. You know, how's it been since you left? Is it helping you? Are you struggling? You're alive? Well, that's good. I mean, I definitely was not figuring you or anything else since you're in the chat, of course. And you shouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon, let's be real. And I'm focusing more on my job. You have a job now? Or did you have... Is this like a pay... Oh, right. I forgot that that's technically a job. I thought that was a volunteer thing. Summer job. I forget that that's a job. I kept thinking that was a volunteer thing that you did. I forget you actually technically do that as a job. Chaos, and I love it. That's good. Who knows? Maybe you could be... Okay. If you like working with kids, Koi, and you're enjoying yourself doing that, maybe you could be like an art teacher or something in the future. You'd be a good art teacher. Almost. All the kids fight over who gets to hold your hand. I have to carry them a lot because they're still babies. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. That's kids for you. But that was it. Okay. Their mood swings are the funniest thing. Yeah, I can believe that, actually. The, kids and their mood swings can be a real, it can be a real interesting sort. One of the kids started sobbing because she ripped her paper. To be that young and that be your biggest problem in life. So she had really pretty sure she was smiling immediately. It's like, it's always the biggest deal until it's just not. And then it's fine again. I don't know how to deal with kids. I know how to deal with kids. I'm actually, like, as somebody who's had to be in a position where they were in charge of kids before, I'm actually not horrible at it. I just don't like doing it. It's like, you love kids and a non-creepy. Yeah, it's sad that that has to be specified at this point in life. I take it with pride that I'm a favorite worker there. Heck yeah. So it's a talent to be able to work with kids and do it well. I know how to work with kids. I'm just not... I'm okay at it, but I'm not the best. But it's like, I don't enjoy it. It's like, I get very frustrated with... It's like... I don't know, I struggle to work with adults because I get frustrated with how childlike and immature they can be. Kids are even worse for that. It's like I struggle. Oh, they get on my nerves very often, though. Oh, I'd be surprised if they didn't. I don't know. One kid told another one to slap one of the girls, and she did. Oh, jeez. As a result, she grabbed her hair and they fought. I'm sure that was like the least intense fight ever. I was gonna make an America joke there, but Koi's Canadian, so that doesn't even work. Had to physically break up 2 5-year-olds. I'm sure that wasn't very hard. You just pick them both up by the collar and like hold them above the ground so they can't do anything. It's like you pick up a dog when they're being bad. You just like pick them up so they can't do anything. Yeah. They got the chair of shame. Yeah, that'll teach them until tomorrow. Share of shame usually works real good right until tomorrow when they forget all about it and they go right back to doing the same stuff again. Because they're kids and they have the memory of a... well, they don't have a memory pretty much. It's just instant. The field trips are fun. I'll send you the pics. Yeah, please do. Back in my day, you get a beating from the teacher. Do that in America and you'll get a lawsuit. Yeah, that don't fly around here. It used to be. I actually liked the way Jeff Foxworthy said it once. He said something about it. He said, you know, used to be, he said, nowadays, he said, you can't even, you know, like, discipline your kids. Got to give them a timeout. He said, and Jeff Foxworthy looks, he says, in my day, my dad took time out of his busy day to blister my rear. That's right. You know, and I was like, you know what? That was how it worked. And it's like, you know, hey, oh, that hurt, didn't it? Don't do that no more. I totally don't have favorites. I definitely do. Oh, I'd be surprised if you didn't, Koi. Especially with 5-year-olds. As long as you don't tell them, nobody cares. That's awesome, Koi. It looks like you're having fun with them. That's awesome. That's funny, the inside of the bus, it has the emergency exit written in French. That's so strange to me. Looks like you guys had fun, though. That's cool. Very cute, Koi. The 2 favorites always run up to me, give me hugs, and one gave you a muffin. That's awesome! Yeah, and where I live, everything had to have French on it, too. Yeah, that, like I said, well, being that you guys are Canadian, That makes a whole lot of difference. Because Canada, everything has to have a French variation. Yeah, that's kind of like your guys's, like, signature thing, though. Is you guys do French and English. In America, we don't do French and English. We just... Koi's Canadian? Yeah! You didn't know that, Roa? You did not know that. I'll be darned. Huh. Alright, so what do we got? 8 of these, and we gotta get 3 stars on all of them. Minute 25. Let's do it. It's like my personality.
I don't know how did these happen.
Hey, it's okay. Talk to me.
You know how I
French
run
Canadian,
monthly
to be more
races at the
specific,
workshop for the
I was gonna say
apprentice
the video's gonna
mecánicas
be
and
us what's
mechanicals who
called
work with
the
me?
crazy
It gives them a chance to
Oh,
show
that's
off their
cool.
projects and test their skills.
Hey, what's up, Darkwing? How
I
you
didn't know
been,
that.
bud?
That's awesome.
It is, or it was until this month. That new kid Aurelio, he beat me in a drag race.
When you walk and you get super dizzy and feel like you're on a tightrope, it feels like you're sideways too. It's probably one of those like trick funhouse mirror kind of places where it's actually the place that's
Alex,
distorted
are
in.
you saying the big tragedy is that you've lost one race?
How is that not una tragedia? Come on, we have work to do.
That's why the kids started screaming, falling plus wobbling. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can't even say I'm surprised by that, because that's exactly what kids will do. They'll freak out because it's not what they
You
expect.
sure you bought enough race cars? Alex, you don't have to win every single race. I don't.
It's not just one race. Aurelio runs a custom engine setup. He's a brilliant mecánico too. Even better than me.
Alex, that's ridiculous.
I'll read chat here in a second. I got to do this in a minute 25, so. I don't know if I can make this. Come on, come on, come on. I don't like this super. Oh, I made it fun. Phew!
Good. You and me, my friend, we're going to show everyone how it's done.
Yes, boss.
They made me go in there several times. Yeah, all to rescue him, right? Is that a Supra? Yes, that's a Supra! 7 times. Jesus, you're wrecking these poor fools? Yeah, they were... This is it's a pretty easy one to do, though, the Darkwing. This isn't a big challenge on these. They're set up... That was the entry-level one you gotta do.
We're going to start with the early days of...
So we gotta do all of these events now, and honestly, I'm not looking forward to that. So I gotta do this in 45... I gotta hit 140 miles an hour in 45 seconds. That's gonna suck, dude. Damn it. Is that a Supra? God, I love that video. Ah, it's so fun.
motor racing. Drop by when you can.
Sure thing.
Alright, solo. I got 45 seconds to 140 mile an hour. Thank you, Koi. Much appreciated on the stretch.
Ale, let me just say,
My
you're great,
shoulder.
and you don't need to worry about anything.
You finished? Good. Now, take the Napier Railton and help me figure out how to make you go faster.
Oh,
Fine.
yeah. It's
Cool.
good to-
Get in.
It's been a while since I've heard that. Koi, it's nice to have you back. Ow. Okay. What do I gotta do here?
You like it? The Napier has a 24-liter W12. They used it to break speed records and test aircraft parachutes.
We have a parachute.
No, it was too heavy. Now, vamos!
Am I gonna make it? I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Oh wait, maybe I will. Ooh. Okay. Nope, not gonna make it. Dang it. Restart. Dang. Okay, you're gonna go have some sleep, have fun. I'll try to tune in more. And yeah, it'll be awesome to see you more frequently. Have a great night, and yeah, it's good to see you again too, Coy. Hopefully you have a good evening, and we'll see you on the next one.
24-liter W12. They used it to break speed records and test aircraft parachutes.
We have a parachute?
No, it was too heavy. Now, vamos.
Is this car Great Grandpa's rocket? This is the Napier Railton, the very old racing car. Way back in the day. This thing is an ancient relic of history, Darkwing, and it's not very good at what it does. It used to be good, and it is not good anymore. Ooh.
Yes! 140.
Oh wait,
This is
XD,
going
I
to the
stupid.
workshop.
I was gonna ask if I could keep it.
What? Confused? What do you mean? What do you mean, Coy? What are you confused about? I thought Ro was going to say... Oh! Great morning, Ro.
Hola,
Oh, okay,
friend.
gotcha.
I have good news.
Yeah. Have a great night,
Giving up
Coy.
this
Thanks
silly
for hanging
rivalry
out.
with the radio?
Well, it'll be good
Even
to see you
better.
again soon.
Meet me here.
Strap some rocket thrusters to it and go to the moon with it. You probably could in that thing. It's probably a bit sketchy. I don't know. I'd recommend it, but I mean, hey, do what you got to do, right? All right, what do we got this time, Alejandra? We got to do it in 2 minutes 15 seconds. Test out an iconic hot rod, the 32 Ford Deluxe Coupe. Okay. For a spin in the mud and then see what a true hot rod upgrade can deliver. Interesting. Well, that was nice. We got
Wow.
to see Coy tonight. That was
Nice
cool.
wheels.
32 Ford Coupe. One of the mechanicas in my workshop, Katie, is from a racing family in California. She got me thinking about the next great era of speed machines.
Thank you, Katie.
This is a stock version. Let's see how it handles the dirt.
Oh, what? It's an old 32 Ford Coupe. This is pretty typical. Stolen from a museum. Yeah, I don't know where they get this stuff. But supposedly, it's supposed to be pretty honest. Now, this is certainly not something you would want to do in a car like this.
Could be tighter.
That didn't work. A lot of those trees are... Bro, okay, we're gonna have to go back. Love the box on the back. Yeah, it's very old-timey, isn't it? God, I talk like a Midwesterner, isn't it? This thing sucks, bro. It looks cool, but it don't drive worth a time. Look, I can't even keep it on the road, bro. I'm surprised the box doesn't fit the trunk. Well, no, because the front, the trunk in this is a seat. It's called a, what do they call it? A rumble seat. It faces backwards. But it's exterior to the car. You sit outside the cab in the back for the rumble seat. If you've never seen one, Google Model T rumble seat. You'll get to see it.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Come on, car. Okay. Phew. Wow, I hated that. That was awful. By the way, I told you I knew you're driving and all, but out of curiosity, you know the thing where people concentrate on racing games so much they start learning?
Which last
Leaning on
time
the
I
car with
checked,
turns?
Disney?
Oh, this ought to be good.
Ooh, cool. Modified. So once they start leaning with the car. Yes, I've been doing that for years. I've been tipping my head into the corners of NASCAR games since I was a little boy. Yeah, see the seat on the back row? Those are seats? Oh yeah, that's the seat. Old school. Knew it? Oh yeah, that's... You know I get into my games too much, Darkwing. You know that's something I would do. I mean, come on. Gosh, you couldn't put worse tires on this thing. It sucks. But yeah, I've been leaning into corners on racing games since I was a little boy. It's just how your brain works as a car guy. You want to be one with your machine. What was the first ever racing game I played? I don't remember. It was either Need for Speed Underground 2 or NASCAR Thunder Dirt to Daytona. Both of which I have played on this channel, albeit not very much. They were pretty odd occurrences. I haven't played a ton of them. But the one I remember leaning into most was NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. You'd go into the corners and you have to cock your head sideways to get a better idea of where you were at on the track with your opponents and stuff like that, because your car's driving at 30 degrees tilt, but you aren't, so you're not tilted like a normal NASCAR driver would be, so you have to like see where you're at and stuff. It's a bit complicated,
200 yards.
but it's very fun.
Turn right.
Oh, I gotta run through there clean. Alright, so I know where the tree's at there.
Turn right.
I'll be fine here, I'll be fine there, I'll be fine there. Missed that one, good. Oh, and there's buildings there? You gotta be kidding me, bro. Nailed it. Phew!
Still got it, Ali.
Okay.
Never lost it.
Well, I can still tune an engine. So, how could Aurelio have pulled off that wing?
Alright. All three, baby. Let's go. Your first racing game was Need for Speed 2? Nice. All over the house. Yeah, I almost pulled it off, but I just didn't quite make it. You don't lean, but you
Everything
turn your
is ready for our
controller?
next racing
Really?
history class.
Now
Get down
that's
here
one
quick.
I've not heard about before. I've heard of a lot of people doing a lot of stuff before, but I've never heard of people turning controller. Of course, I guess I can see where that
Why?
makes sense.
Is Aurelio working on a new ride?
He might be. That's not funny.
All right, what do we got this time? Oh, muscle car drag race, cool. Like a steering wheel. Yeah, I guess that does make sense, turning the controller.
Ali,
See,
sorry about that joke on the phone. I was just...
Ay, de que. Forget it.
Oh,
My
can I just
apprentice
skip
Katie and
these?
I have been talking about the American muscle car era. Might be some lessons there for us.
Let's do it!
but yeah, I guess that does make sense. My little sister, I think, used to do that.
Dodge Hemi Superstock. The biggest Dodge engine in the smallest Dodge chassis. Quarter mile in 11 seconds.
Very nice! See, this is the Alejandro I remember.
Drag racing is all about reaction time, no? Maybe Aurelio jumped the gun on you.
Boy,
Okay.
As well as the engine, they removed everything from the dart that would weigh it down on the track. The radio, the armrest, side mirrors, carpet.
feel it in the corners for sure.
Maybe if I pull the carpet out of every car in my garage.
Don't even think about it.
But yeah, it's an interesting thought to turn the... I never thought about that. See, to me, it's not a steering wheel, and it keeps... If I turn my hands too much with the wheel, my buttons feel like they move under my fingers, and I don't like that. I always want to know where my buttons are. I'm a bit of a driving snob, so I guess that does make sense. I'm gonna make it time. 6, 8, 9. Ooh, I think I just made it. Wow. That was close.
We've tried muscle cars and straight line speed machines, but we can still go faster.
You need to take a breath, dude.
All three? Yes, all three. Phew. I don't have to do these twice if I don't have to. Ro, I would love to put you in like a simulator or a go-kart and see how you do. That would be very fun to watch. Ooh, Ferrari F40. Nice. That'll be fun. Yeah, I tried to get my sister to play racing games.
How about we step up La Velocidad with some help from the Italians?
Bellissimo!
Come meet me. I'll bring the car.
Yeah, I tried to get my sister to play these games with me back when we were kids, and I'm here to tell you, she did not. She didn't enjoy these. Me and my dad,
Let me
though,
guess.
man, we had a.
Your apprentice, Enzo?
Mateo, actually. But yes, he reminded me of one of the most
Okay.
important cars in history. The first production model to hit 200 miles per hour.
You don't need an excuse to get me into an F40.
If this doesn't make us better racers, nothing will.
That's fair. One of the best cars of all time, arguably. Oh, that's gonna make me fast. Damn it.
Pure speed, pure performance. A nice 40th birthday present for Ferrari, and anyone lucky enough to own one.
What the heck? This is gonna get difficult. 'Cause this thing don't handle very good. It's on old, shitty tires.
You know why this thing is shaped like it is, right? It makes so much heat it has diffusers both front and rear.
I'm still sweating!
Probably didn't have to back down on the throttle there, did I? 3 stars a minute 35, are you kidding? I had a feeling it would be the bridge if they were going to hit 200 on it. Did I get it?
Wow, that was fun. So much fun, I almost forgot about Aurelio.
I
for a
remember the
second.
first place where I got to play my games.
Now we're getting
Was it a
somewhere.
PC in the pub my mom used to own? The barman was a gamer, and he used to have 2 games on the PC: Need for Speed 2 and Heroes and Magic and Might 3X. That's cool. My first experience to games, I was, I think, was I 4 or 5? My parents bought me, my sister, and my
Have you met my apprentice, Hina? She's
what was it? She bought me, my sister, and my cousin who lived with us at the time. They pulled together and they got us a GameCube, and it was so cool. And I remember they got us the first game we ever had for it was Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, which would be a game I would love to emulate when I learn how. And we played Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights for a while, and then I asked Dad. I didn't ask Dad at one point. He brought home a couple more games over time. One of them was Need for Speed Underground 2, a cool car game that he thought I'd like. And the other one was Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003, because I loved golf as well. I played the shit out of those 2 games. Never did play Scooby-Doo much because I couldn't figure it out. I didn't have the patience as a child to learn platforming games. But god damn it, did I love Need for Speed and Tiger Woods. I played them so much, I actually wore out the one controller, and Mom and Dad's got me another one about a few years later. I actually had to switch to the secondary controller for a while because I wore my blue one out. As a matter of fact, to this day, that very GameCube, I have my hand on it right now. The one I play on, the one that I don't emulate, that I just use and, like, capture, It's that GameCube. I still have it. It is still going strong 20-something years later. I was too dumb to understand HOMM, but I learned to race quickly and Need for Speed. Oh, yeah, I was to say, yeah, that's... I'm sure the Heroes of Might and Magic game was aimed at an older audience, so that kind of makes sense. I don't think you were dumb. I just think you were too young for it. There are games that are designed to be more complicated to satisfy older and more intricate minds. Whereas racing, that can be enjoyed by all people alike. Now, there are more technical aspects to get into as you get older. Racing is something for all ages, I've always thought. Emulators is easy, I can teach you. Hell yes, because I definitely want to emulate some games that I can't get my hands on anymore. And stuff like that. I would love to emulate... I don't know if it exists. Is it the Vita or the PS... I think it's the PS Vita. I want to emulate a Vita for one game. I want an old GameCube emulator so I can try other games I never got a chance to on the computer. And, what's the other one? Oh, if they make us... Vita ain't going to be easy. And if we can't, it's okay, I understand. But if we can, I really want to try. What game do you want to emulate from Vita? Drive Battle Girls? I think we've talked about this before, Dark. Did I show you this? Have you ever seen Drive Battle Girls? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm curious to know if you know.
Here from
Googling? Oh, here. I've done this on stream once before. Let me just pull up the glory that is Drive Battle Girls. Uh-oh, what's this? Hang on, I'm getting pinged in somebody's server. Oh, okay. It's just a go live. Watching trailer? Yes, please do. It's funny as hell. I highly recommend it. You'll understand why I want to play this game when you see what it is. It looks terrible, but I have to know. I have to try it at least once. Alrighty.
Yo, a very talented mechanica. I'm learning a lot about Japanese street racing.
Like it's okay to lose one teensy little race?
Oh, that? Don't worry about that. Just come and meet me.
Alright, what do we got? 50 seconds? That's it. Oh my. Dark, I will preface this. The game, I don't want to play it because I think it looks good. The game looks trash. It looks terrible. It looks like the biggest hot garbage ever. But I've got to try it at least once in my life.
School. I'm ready.
Is that a
I
Supra?
thought we could just relive the Midnight Club
Bro, is
era.
that a Supra?
Drive a Japanese legend, have some fun.
What?
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds great.
Is that a Supra? Ah! Time to go. Oh.
Welcome to the Midnight Club.
Exactly. In the 90s, Japan produced speed machines from Nissan, Honda, Toyota. This Supra 8. Since back then, everyone wanted a Supra.
I can see why.
No,
3-liter
I
twin
can't.
turbocharged inline 6, 276 brake horsepower, 315 foot-pounds of torque. The turbos are sequential instead of parallel, so you get a consistent boost at low and high RPM.
Wow, Alex, you know everything.
Not quite. I just have a good crew to help me.
I will say, I would much rather be driving that GTR back there. Ow. Okay, that's better.
Hina tuned these up for us. Tuning is huge in the
You don't happen
Japanese
to own a
scene.
PS40. I do
Hina
not
says you couldn't
know.
get into the Midnight Club without a top speed of 160 miles plus. Of course, she probably wasn't even born then.
Ale, neither were you.
Why would
Okay, good point.
why would a PS4 be in question? Dark? What does that mean? Let's see if there's a Vita. Yeah, if there is, it's cool. If not, I understand. Said I know that's kind of a weird ask, but the GameCube emulator would definitely be the one that would be probably the one I would be more worried about, because that's the one I really care about. Oh, hey, that's the other one. Wait, was that on there? I'm sure there's a PS2 emulator, right? Would I be wrong to think there's not a PS2 emulator? PS2 there is. GameCube emulator is definitely a thing. Okay, good. Oh, shit. There's a tree there. GameCube emulator definitely PS2. Okay, that's good. The game was released for PS4 also? I didn't know that game was released for PS4. What? If you have good graphics card, you can definitely handle a PS2 emulation. Sweet.
I will. Actually, I should get back to the workshop to see if Aurelio has beaten any more of my lap times.
Yes, all three of them. Yeah, nice. Yeah, as I say, I have a GTX 1070. That should be able to handle a PS2, I would certainly think. Because that'd be another game I'd want to play, NASCAR Rumble.
This is it. I've set up a rematch with Aurelio. Time to bring out Las Armas Grandes.
I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued.
Dark, I'm going to show you the trailer for the one game I want to play on the PS2. My uncle used to have this. Let me pull it up here. It's a racing game. There it is. NASCAR. Is this? Yeah, this is it. This is it. Videos. Oh, no, it's a PS1 game. What? I take that back. I'm assuming there's also a PS1 emulator. There almost has to be. Well, for PS Vita, there's only something deemed to be an experimental emulator. Interesting. Well, maybe I'll give it a little more time then and see. Like I said, that's one of those games. If I never get to play it, it's okay. It doesn't look that good. But if there was a way, I'd want to give it a try just for the lulz. PS1 can be emulated on a calculator. Awesome! That's what we like to hear. Because, let me pull it up. Oh. Okay, yep, here we go. This is... trailer. Yep, here it is. This is NASCAR Rumble. I loved this game as a kid. This was so much fun. Whoa, what the hell's with my... Okay. Oh, the king. What the hell is with my auto hide thing? NASCAR Rumble. Oh, is that it? Weird. Oops. No, I don't want to watch the Grant Park 220. Funny, he wins. Spoiler alert. But yeah, that was the, go back see what you said. I will look into PS Vita, though. We'll poke around and test it. Yeah, please let me know if it works. Jesus, so violent. Yeah, this was like a, crash 'em, bash 'em version of NASCAR. I wonder if I can find some gameplay of it. Yeah, here we go. This is what the gameplay looked like in the game. Oh yeah, they're going to show some of the cars too. Nice. Because this game had this really cool feature where you could get stronger cars. Cyber Team. Yeah, I remember this. You had rookie cars, which are base, pro cars, which were like beefed up versions, and elite cars, which were even crazy, which were like crazy wild. Because you had the cool like base cars. Does he get into the elite stuff? No, these are all the rookie cars. Okay. Oh, he's only going to show basic ones. Dang it. I wonder if I can get NASCAR Rumble all cars. Yeah, here we go. They even had trucks and stuff, which was cool. Yeah, okay. This is a 20-minute video of just all the cars. We're obviously not going to watch all of this. But so you had Steve... Oh, yeah, here we go. We're going to see... Let's get to, like, somebody we know. Here we go. Michael Waltrip. This will work. Michael Waltrip. Here's his base number 7 car. Here's his pro car with the big engine out of the hood and the modified body. And then his elite car. Where it's got the wing and the big, like, snouty hood and the shark nose front. God, I love that. Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's... You get the 8 car. You get the pro version. It's the same car. It's just got a different paint job on it. But damn it, as a kid, that was cool. Like, what? Look at that. Why doesn't NASCAR race something that looks like that? Everyone would watch. That's sick. Hell yes. What else are some of the and they even had I think this is only just the cars. Oh yeah, I forgot, because they had specialty cars too. Like, because they had the EA Sports car, the 153, but then you could also get things like the loader. It's just a dump truck, or it's a front end loader. But then you get the Pro Loader with race tires and a stack on the back where the engine's at. And then you could get the Elite Loader. Oh yeah, with a spoiler on it. Hell yes. You could also get the Sprint, which is like an actual sprint car. It was like a little race car, dirt track car. I thought this was so cool as a kid. You get the one with the front wing on it, which is absolutely rad. And then I think the third one has an engine coming out of the hood. Yeah, it does. Look at that. How wild is that? What? That's so cool. The jet car. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Heck yes, bro. Oh my god. The 4 stacks. That's obnoxious. Oh lord. Oh lord, he coming. What? How's it? A tow truck. That's awesome. Absolutely. The beefed up tow truck with the hood. Super tow. That's awesome. And then what's the Elite? Yes. Tow this. That's awesome. The chicken truck. I forgot about the chicken truck. You gotta love the chicken truck. You gotta have mad respect for the chicken truck. I'm telling you. Like, that's... I can't see chat, by the way. I'll see it in a minute here, so bear with me. Oh, the chicken truck's got jet turbines on it. The chicken truck has jet turbines. Oh, right, the RV. The basic RV on NASCAR slicks, you know, normal stuff. They're fixing it up a little bit. Better slicks, got some stickers on it. And I think the last one's like a freaking... Oh, yeah, it's got flames and a porta-john on the back, baby. Oh, yes. The golf cart. There's only 2 left. You gotta love the golf cart. I mean, mad respect for the golf cart. And it's a golf cart with mags and tailpipes. Where can I get one? Absolutely, that's awesome. Side pipes and all. Yes, please. That's so cool. The hot rod. The hot rod and even more. Oh, the road captain. I forgot about this. That's cool. But yeah, that's why it was such a cool game, because you had all the stock cars and then you had all of those too. Yeah, Game Boy and all variations of it. NES, SNES, Sega Mega Drive, Master System, DS, 3DS, Dreamcast, GameCube, PS1, PS2, PSP, 360, strong enough to run, be emulated. Newer stuff either needs a monster rig or doesn't have a good enough reliable emulator. Okay, too bad Vita doesn't have a good emulator. Yeah, same here. That's kind of sad, but... I mean, I guess I understand why. It wasn't exactly a super popular, It wasn't a super popular console, so I kind of get why. But, I mean, anything newer than really PS3, you'd just buy the console, right? You wouldn't really need to emulate those. Those are still relevant enough to be had. Dark, is there... That's the other one that I would be interested in. Is there one for an old Sega Genesis? Or wait, never mind. You said Mega Drive. You said Mega Drive. That is the Genesis. So yeah, they do make one for the Genesis. Awesome. It was one heck of a good piece of kit, though. Mega Drive. Yeah, I forgot that they called it something different. In America, we had the Sega Genesis. There's like 5. Awesome. Because there was an old golf game I used to play as a kid with my dad. Because that was the first console we ever really had, was the Genesis. But all it played was Sonic and the one PGA Tour golf game that he had. And I played I never liked Sonic very much. I got very bored with it. I don't do platformers very well. But that golf game, man, I played so much of that golf game on that Genesis, and then my dad just gave the console away to my brother or my uncle, who just pretty much just left it in the house that he sold and never went back for it. And I'm like, you idiot! I wanted that console, and he just left it. He just threw it away, basically, threw it in the trash. I'm like, ugh, it pains me. I could still have that Genesis, bro. Like, come on. I'd have kept that Genesis. I'd still have it. Pissed me off so much when I found out he threw it away. Just left it in the house when he sold it. Just threw it in the cardboard box, left it, and sold the house. Like, what is wrong with you? God, that sucked. Oh, over here now. Oh, Hennessy Venom. Okay, interesting. Sanic, yeah. Can I just say, to each their own. I'm not judging here. Sonic, I know, has one of the biggest Rule 34 communities out there, and I don't get it. Like, okay, Genshin. I get it. There's a lot of hot waifus and husbandos in Genshin. There are a lot of attractive and cool designs. They are super cosplayable. They're awesome. Like, I love it. Great thing. Please don't talk about... Okay, yeah, that's the last I'll say of it. I don't understand, and I'm not sure I want to. That's all I want to say.
Ah, big guns. Got it.
This is the Hennessy Venom F5. Cars don't get much faster than
Confuses the hell
hypercars,
out of me.
and hypercars
Oh
don't
God,
get much faster
what did I
than
join
this.
into? Hi,
Get
Mount
it.
King. We were talking about... I used to play Sonic on my dad's Sega Genesis, or for those of you across the pond, Mega Drive, I guess, and
When's the rematch?
just had to
Aurelio.
make something about...
Anytime. It's weird. He's not nervous at all, just excited. Like, he doesn't even care who wins. He's just happy to race.
Come on, car. I need 3 more near misses. I need cars. Come on. There we go. 13. There's one more. 14. Come on, one more car. Spawn it in. There it is. Winner, chicken dinner. Nice.
Oh boy, maybe I've been doing this
I
all
know what
wrong.
it is, yeah.
Do you mind if I take some time, clear my head
you
before our next
you also
lesson?
can't finish sentences while focusing.
Take
Love
all
it.
the time you need.
Driving is my art, Darkwing. It's the closest thing I have to creating something other than rapping. It's the only thing I can do consistently and reliably. So if I want to try to like drive and be focused on it, I can drive casually and talk. But when I want to drive competitively and okay, like that, I have to do 15 near misses at 300 miles an hour. I'm sorry to say that takes a little bit of focus. And I'm not ashamed of that. That's just how my brain works. Yeah, I feel it. I'm the same. I just noticed you trailing off mid-sentence. Found it funny. I'm the same with some games. Yeah, it's like you gotta have that focus.
It's time to put this thing with Aurelio behind me. If you can forgive a stubborn old mechanica.
Go! I'm here for you.
Alright. Time to put the latest EV up against its predecessors. I should take the Rimac Navara up against the icons of speed. Do I have to? I don't wanna. Fine. I think everybody is with certain things they like. Yeah,
Hey.
I think that's a
How you
very
doing?
accurate depiction,
Better.
for sure.
When I lost that race to Aurelio, I thought I was done. An old model, too slow. But here's the thing.
EU
At
vehicle,
Horizon,
yes.
we love history.
We love you, no matter what.
I spoke to Aurelio. We're gonna try our monthly workshop race again.
Yeah, EVs. I have a hot take. EVs
All
suck.
this talk of the past, forget it. The Rimac Nevera is the future of speed.
No, it's not.
That's what I said. All electric, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
Bloody.
Nevera is the word for sudden lightning storms off the coast of Croatia, where this thing is built.
Good name!
Let's get the rest.
Okay, yeah. It's really fast in a straight line. Don't take corners worth of crap, bro. Like, what?
Some of mis compadres in here.
Come on, come on. This thing is a handful and a half. Please stop drifting. I don't want to go that way. Handles like ass. Yes, it does. Look at the tail. Like, keep the tail planted, for God's sake. It's not that hard. I'd much rather be in that Ferrari F40 right now. Did I miss the checkpoint? Ah! God, they all bunched up on me so badly. This thing will not keep its rear down. It's all over the freaking board. Richard Hammond crashed in Concept 1. I can't read that. Hang on. This thing's... just please go in a straight line. God, this thing, it weighs too much. The battery packs are yanking the ass end of this thing around so bad you can't make it go in a straight line. Actually, I should take that back. That's the only thing it wants to do is go straight. The second you try to corner, the body weight just is like, yeah, nah, fam, I'm good. Okay, thank God I'm done.
Gracias for helping me.
Concept
I can't
1 or
wait
it
for
was a
next month's
Concept
races.
1.
Aurelio and the others have already started tuning up their rides.
Yes.
Sounds like your workshop is about to get pretty competitive.
How do you think race cars got this fast?
Yeah, it was the Concept 1 that he crashed. It was a time attack hill run in Switzerland. And that should have got us the Exorcist. Which it did. Nice. So now we have a new car. The problem with EVs, they're really heavy. Yes. Yes, good old Hammond, yeah. Hammond! Clarkson! Man, you blithering idiot! God, I love those three. I think my favorite clip of all of those shows is Jeremy Clarkson in back when it was still when they were on Top Gear. They did an ambulance challenge. Hammond showed up with a Chevy, basically a express van. It was an old like Chevy, what was it, G chassis, I think. May showed up with a hearse that was converted into an ambulance, and then the Clarkson showed up with a Porsche 928. He just pulled the passenger seat out of so you could slide a stretcher in. Well, he also had a PA system. He's got his fake passenger in the passenger seat. He's like, uh-oh. My patient seems to be losing hope. Time to turn on reassuring music to make sure he gets to the hospital in good spirits. You hear him, he flicks the radio. What is it? Oh, it's Come on, baby, don't fear the Reaper. La, 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 la. As his patient is dying, he's playing Blue Oyster Cult. Don't fear the Reaper. And they played the entire song. Basically, during the entire, like, culmination of the ambulance chase run. It's hysterical. Yeah, and Hammond had a patient delivery system that just launched the patient and stretcher out the side. Oh my god. Unfortunately, the world kid today can't... Yeah, I know, it's sad. Oh, but damn it, I'm glad I found him when I did. It never gets old, man. I love it. Alright, that'll be a Hennessy. What? Where's The Exorcist? Oh, it's in the accolades, isn't it? I have to go get it first. Got it. There it is. Camaro Exorcist. Hennessy. Now let's go get The Exorcist. Because if we went through all that trouble to do that just for... I didn't do it just for the points. Oh, but God, that was one of my favorite episodes. That and the episodes where they did hot hatches. So, I should explain this car, for those of you who don't know. Alfa Romeo, Fiat, Nabarth, and Lancia return on 17th. Yep, they sure do. But I'm here to tell you the cars I'm interested in are here in this playlist right here. That Hot Wheels Trans Am, the GR86, and the 73 Pontiac Firebird Super Dude 455. I have a soft spot for the Super Dude. I love that Pontiac. That red Trans Am, that is quintessential Firebird. I mean, that is everything a Firebird is supposed to be. I just love it. That's hell yes. But yep, there's all the makes returning next series for Italian Automotive. I'm very excited about that. And that Hot Wheels Trans Am, oh baby, I am so ready for that. But it looks like we still have 10 points to go for the 765 LT. Which means we could do all 3 of the danger signs, or we could just do the 2 championships, which are D-Class classic sports cars. Okay, and B Modern Rally. That's actually better. Black and gold. D-Class. Ew. Yeah, it's going to be a slow one, but that's okay. I don't mind. I actually think D-Class events can be kind of fun. Only because they add a level of, like, okay, it lets you drive the car to its limit. It's designed to let you drive the car to the limit rather than, wrestling basically a bear on a coke. He was going to explain Exorcist. Yes, that's why I pulled out here. So, this is The Exorcist by Hennessy. And if you look at the logo, you'll see that The Exorcist is, the T is a cross. Well, that's because it's quite literally an exorcist. And what do exorcists do? Well, they defeat demons. Specifically, that demon. The 18 Dodge Challenger SRT demon. This car was designed to be the demon's better in every way. And for the most part, it was. It was a pretty good... fight from Hennessy. And that's what, I don't think it was the... yes, that's exactly what it is if you look at the specs on this car, it makes exactly 1,000 horsepower and is designed to beat that demon, which I thought was very cool. they picked a good name. Didn't Hennessy steal Viper parts? I don't know if they did or not. I didn't hear anything about that. If they did, well, I mean, I guess that's, maybe, even if they did, Viper parts wouldn't fit in a Corvette engine. Or even a Camaro engine, for that matter. It was a while ago. I didn't hear, if they did, I didn't hear anything about it. Alright, so we need classic sports cars. What does that leave us with? Old stuff, it looks like. Really old stuff. Ooh. When they built People's Viper, yeah, that's... It could have been something around that area. Not gonna lie, I kind of like the idea of the Capri or the Skyline, but they're pushing the top of the E-Class already. Let's go to buy and sell. Let's go to classic sports cars again. What are all these things stock? 131, 497, 443, 493, 427, and 315. We're definitely not getting tires on the cars, I can say that. What's super light? 126. That's probably the best option, the Lotus Elan. 120 horsepower. Doesn't make as much torque, though. I think the Porsche 914 is the best option. Let's go with that. Porsche. You know, let's go one more this way and go back. There it is. I'll have to delete my tune on it, but no big. Okay. Get rid of my blanket here. Man. This guy needs a nap. To be fair, I was also up very late last night. Me and Roa got to talking. Sounds like sleepy cat. Little bit, yeah. What I am going to say is this, because it'll help me stay awake a little bit. I'm opening my VC, and I'm in it. Oops, nope, wrong one. Now I'm in it. So if anybody wants to chat and hang out for a bit, you are more than welcome. On the engine bay. Whoa, bong. Yes, thank you. I could go for a fourth meal right now. Anybody here old enough to remember fourth meal?
I have arrived.
Hi, Darkwing. How's it going? You old enough? Do you? Actually, I don't even know. Old enough might not even matter. Did they do that on your side of the world? Did they have fourth meal at Taco Bell? Do you even have Taco Bell?
No, we don't.
You don't have Taco Bell, really?
No, we don't.
Interesting. I'm surprised by that. Do you at least have a McDonald's?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I was gonna say if you tell me you don't have a McDonald's, I'm gonna be like, what? What fast food
Russia.
do you have there? I don't know much about your country.
Topical joke. Ha 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 ha.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
I said no. That's Russia that don't have McDonald's anymore.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Yes, they did do away with that, didn't they?
Yeah, and then a Russian guy bought all their fucking things and just made a Russian named McDonald's, and it's still working anyways. They just gave it a Russian name, and that's it. Because like a guy, like an oligarch, bought all their fucking equipment and all the places that the restaurants used to be in.
Makes you wonder if it still tastes the same though, considering can
Pretty
they still
much,
get like
'cause
supply chain stuff?
Yeah, they basically just reopened it under a Russian name, and the menus are pretty much the same. And they just replaced the drinks with the local ones, and that's it.
Oh yes, because that makes a difference.
Yeah.
They still make EDs. That's
Damn.
funny.
I need to get some new reactors. This is an old model.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's okay.
Been a while since you've had to worry about it.
Yeah, I suspect it's gonna be a while still.
I saw it looked like you said you were going to be off for a little while, it looked like.
Yeah, well, because I don't really have time for it, honestly. Because like this next week is the last free week I have,
Uh-huh.
and after that my new job starts.
Oh, okay.
And I know for a fact that after 8 hours of training, 5 days a week, I'm not gonna have enough brain left to stream.
Probably not, especially if you're learning new stuff. That can
Exactly,
definitely.
yeah.
It'd be
So-
one
so
thing
I
if
just-
you were just doing some mindless stuff, it'd probably actually be refreshing. But if you're doing like actual shit you got to learn, yeah, you're gonna be fried.
Yeah, so I just decided to put it all on a break until I figure out a point in time when I can return.
Yeah, maybe when you get settled in and you know your schedule.
Yeah.
I get that. That's why I didn't do that either. Actually, I waited. I didn't have a choice, but by the time I wanted to start streaming, I already knew what my situation was going to be and where I was going to be at in terms of like what time I would have. It wasn't enough time, but it was the best I had, so I made do.
Yeah. That's how it is.
You know it. Alright, looks like I'm stuck with stock tires. Can I at least get wider tires, maybe? Oh yeah, we're gonna donk this thing up and leave the wheels stock.
So yeah, this is a very topical part of the conversation that always happens. So yeah, there's blah 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 chain that does not exist here, and I go, we don't have that here.
Yeah, that's fair. Of course,
That happens a
that-
lot.
That does kind of make sense, because, I mean, you guys are considered, like, Eastern European, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I guess that does kind of make sense, because your guys' culture and, like, a lot of things are very different from how the Western world works. So it kind of makes sense that you guys don't have a lot of the same
I mean,
stuff
it's
we do.
not that different, but like.
Well,
the
no, but
big
like the
thing is-
histories and stuff are certainly
Yeah.
not. And
the
that
big thing is that we're the what is called a post-Soviet country.
is that what you guys
so-
technically are classified as?
Well, yeah, we used to be in the Soviet Union when that was a thing.
Oh,
Yes, we are a post-Soviet country.
I didn't realize you guys were a part of that.
Oh yeah, we were.
I'll be darned. I just learned something.
We were.
Well, keep in mind, I was on a. I went to school in America, which means we learned nothing of use, and we were only taught what matters to us.
Listen, I understand that quite a few Americans don't know that Latvia exists. So
I'll be honest. I think I'd only ever heard of it once or twice before meeting you.
that is
It-
possible.
It's just not a country that comes up very often in
Yes, that is
conversation over
possible.
here.
That is possible, and I'm fine with that.
So, well, like I said, they do a terrible job
Bob
teaching.
King, yep, that's American schools.
You know it. Rose says, from the Philippines, never heard of Latvia either.
Yeah, of course. I understand that. We're very tiny and we're quite insignificant. That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, you guys don't. You guys, I think it's both good and bad that you don't make the news. 'Cause, I mean, it sucks because more people don't hear of you, but it's also, I mean, at a point a good thing because you're not doing anything to make the news.
Yeah.
Nothing really
Hey,
is.
Mob King says that.
big
Mob
happening.
King says he's heard of Latvia. That's great.
That's cool.
At least someone.
I mean, there's you exist. There are going to be people that have heard of you, but it's one of the lesser known countries, I
Yeah,
think,
that's
just
the thing.
because it's kind of on the low side of the radar.
See, the thing is, like, both you in the U.S. and Ro in Philippines are very, 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 very far from us.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Like, we are not significant enough for people half across the fucking world to know about us. Like, obviously, people, like, if you live in Sweden and don't know what Latvia is, then you're kind of like sus, right? Because it's right there.
Yeah, so you're pretty much neighbors. You're gonna know who it. It's
Pretty
like me
much, yeah.
living in Ohio not knowing where the fuck Indiana is.
Kind of.
It's like, yeah, that's your eastern or your westernmost border, moron. You should probably know that.
In a way, Rose says, in a way, it's good because American media doesn't misrepresent your culture and such.
Pretty much,
Like
yeah, because you
Philippines-
know
oh,
you
yeah,
know they'd
oh,
fuck that
okay.
shit up.
Okay.
Like
I see.
Philippine X. I don't know what that is.
See, the problem that this is.
Oh,
is that-
Latinx. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry,
the
go ahead, Dark.
The problem that we face, or I don't know, maybe not so much. Although probably yes, is that you say Latvia and they have the the Japan treatment, where how people say, "Oh, Japan is in China," right?
Oh God, yes, that one.
So, quite a few people go, "Oh, is that in Russia, Latvia? Is that in Russia?" And oh, that is just such a fucking trigger, especially now.
I mean, I guess I could see where like the name maybe sounds like it could be. I mean, because it is coming from the same area of the world, you get those similar sounding names, even if they are in different countries.
Correct, bro. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading chat.
Yeah, I was
Honestly,
saying,
it has nothing to do with that, Soji. But I understand your point of view.
yeah, that I'm not saying that's actually why it works, but okay, you can okay if you say, okay, certain areas of the world, okay, an African name or an African like name of a country, we'll say.
Yeah.
They or a city, actually even better yet, that would be a better one. An African city. If you say 2 or 3 African cities without any like context, somebody who's well versed enough in language might go, that sounds like an African
Yeah.
name.
I get it.
It's like, yeah, that kind of thing. Ooh, I like that paint job. Yes. And you, I think you already said that. It is Latvian for a person there, right?
Yes, it is Latvian, correct. For the
Interesting.
person and for the language as well.
And I think also for like anything that comes from comes from your country as well.
Yeah. Same as American, pretty much.
Yeah, actually, that well, except for our language. Actually, no, we
Well,
probably
yeah.
we probably have screwed up English bad enough. You should just call it American at this point.
American.
Hey, y'all see what I just did there? It's
I mean, honestly, to be fair, British has plenty of accents that do the same shit.
that's fair.
Like
I think,
I just played Final Fantasy 16, right?
uh-huh.
And that has a full British cast. And there are some people with accents that are like, "Oh my god." Like, what the hell did you just say to me? I have no idea.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Like, yeah, I can believe
like-
that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, some of the... I will give... There are some voice actors who are very good at it, and there are some that are not. Wait, you said it was an all-British cast, so it's all,
Correct.
like, authentic native
Correct.
speakers, then.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
for some reason, I had the... When you said that, I had in my head, I'm like, oh, the whole cast. So, like, all of the characters are British in the game, then. That makes sense. No, that you meant the whole cast of voice actors in real life
Yeah.
are British.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, at least you know it's going to be authentic, then.
Yeah, there's some really good voice talent in that. Like, holy shit.
Well, it's Final Fantasy. If you told me they got a bunch of shitty voice actors, I'd be like, what? Like,
I mean, if they had gotten shitty voice actors, you would hear me screaming a mile away, man.
well, that too. You'd have been pitching a fit about it already. But I'm like, again, it's also Square Enix. They're not exactly known for just like, nah, whatever, and half-assing something. On the contrary, they're usually known for going, like, to the max.
They're not perfect, though, yeah, but...
Oh, no, I'm not saying they're perfect, but they usually try to outdo themselves, at least to a degree.
Yeah, and then they're always disappointed. even if a game does well, they're like, oh, I didn't do well enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's just holding themselves to a standard that's too high.
Like, oh, the investors are not happy. Oh, the shareholders are sad.
We didn't make $20 billion. No.
It's
Like-
like the game sold 5 million copies in 2 weeks. It's too bad.
Yeah, it's
not
like,
enough.
oh no,
What the fuck
whatever.
are you guys on?
Yeah, whatever will you do? You only did really well instead of perfect. Like, what a
Xenoblade
tragedy.
Chronicles, Ro, do you mean the first one? Because I honestly couldn't get past an hour. The story was too cringe.
Never played any of those games, but I'll be honest, I struggle with story-based adventure games.
Oh, you only know the second one? I haven't played the second one. I've seen the third one. The third one is hilarious. There's some characters in it. Videos. Like, the first Xenoblade Chronicles story is very terribly cliche. And they do a stupid, like, an overdone trope in video games where you, like, choose a character and then get them killed very early in the story. And they do it terribly in a way, so, like, you literally don't care.
Ah, the old Akame got killed trick.
No, Akame got was good at it, though. Like, I liked it. It was back for them now.
See,
Xenoblade Chronicles 1 does it in a stupid way. Like, you kind of know who the character is, but it's just insignificant. And the game tries to make you care, and you just fucking don't.
what's the epic rap battles of history that they did between J.R.R. Tolkien from Lord of the Rings?
I can't hear you over the car.
Oh, is it that loud? So, is it that loud?
G-
Really?
So G says, oh, sorry, Rose says that the car's...
Sorry about that. I didn't realize the car was that loud. All right, let me try this. I'm going to try to talk again, Roa. Let me know if it's too loud. Yes.
No,
okay.
no, wait, hold on. Let me hear myself on stream.
At least I can't hear Darkwing.
Oh, I am quieter than you. Yeah.
Oh my god, the shade. No, because he said at least I can't hear you. unless that was a mistype. I think he was trying to make a joke.
No, he meant at least I can't hear Darkwing, so he can hear you, but not me. That's what he meant. You misunderstood that.
Oh, okay. So I need to turn Darkwing up then?
So it seems.
All right, you're 150. Now you're maxed out 200%.
Lamau.
Let's see. Is that any better?
Turn him up, boy. I am going to wake up my neighbors, and it's a Saturday, so they're going to kill me because it's 6 a.m.
Hell yeah, that was an old album. It was an old Bryan Adams album, "Waking Up the Neighbors."
Let's go.
Car
It's a
was
fucking story of my life, yo.
Car was devouring Darkwing. Yep, my bad. Sorry about that. Is that?
Wait, do I have to?
I've got.
So I guess I have to.
I've got the
story
game turned down and Darkwing turned up. I'm gonna try to drive again. Go ahead and go ahead again, Darkwing. Let's see how it goes.
Right. So what I was talking about was that the first Xenoblade does the thing where they kill off a character. To not spoil, I'm not gonna say who it is and how and why, but basically, much better, says Rob. But basically, they go with the whole. You can say it's a Nakamega kill trope, yeah, because that anime didn't fucking pull his punches. Literally, everyone died there.
That's why I actually don't like that show, because they took all my characters away.
I can see that, but I did like it because it was cool still.
I will say they did do a good job at it. I will agree with that.
Yes.
Made it tough.
But Xenoblade Chronicles 1 just does a terrible job, and like it makes like everyone sitting sad. There's sad music playing, and you sit there and you just don't give a shit because the character was not impactful enough. And I was like, okay, well, Sage.
Sounds more like a Star Trek red shirt then. Shirt's like, oh no. Anyways.
Pretty much like, oh no, everyone's sad about this character that I really don't care about because like there's I can't think of an example, but there are so many other games that do the same thing, or like even shows and anime that do the same thing, and they do it much better. Like was
like Aerith in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, no, Aerith doesn't happen at the start of the game. I'm talking the first hour.
Oh, okay. I just
happens-
figured that would trigger you as a Final Fantasy fan by saying Aerith.
No,
so.
Aerith happens much later. You get to know the character very well.
Oh, okay,
That's
gotcha.
completely different.
Well, like I said, I know that was not probably the best example, but I just figured that would trigger you as a Final Fantasy fan, but I guess not, so.
Trigger. Nah.
But that doesn't, like, give you PTSD?
I mean,
that's the impression
got-
I get from Final Fantasy fans. Is it's like that's
I
like
played 7 very late into my Final Fantasy career. I almost wanted to say into my Final Fantasy journey, and I was very much spoiled, so I knew it was gonna happen.
Okay, that makes sense. Then.
Because it's the worst kept secret of the gaming industry.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like Darth Vader being Luke's father.
Yeah.
Spoilers if you've never seen Star Wars, but let's be real. Darth Vader is literally German for Darth Father, so if you didn't see that one coming, it's on you at this point.
No, FF7 is good, except for the fucking minigames. The minigames in FF7 can go fuck themselves. The garbage. Anyways.
I say another thing that does this is I don't know if they're good at it or not because I've never seen the show, but Game of Thrones I know does that a lot.
Oh yes. Well,
But-
Game of Thrones just
They did an epic rap battle between J.R.R. Tolkien and George R.R. Martin.
Martin, yeah.
And that's one of the lines in it. It's George R.R. Martin says something about, my readers fall in love with every character I've written, and then I kill him. And they're like, no, he didn't. And of course, then he looks at Tolkien, he says, meanwhile, all your bad guys die, and your good guys survive. You can tell what's going to happen by page and age 5. And I'm like,
Lol.
oh, shit, what a burn.
Damn.
Of course, I do like what Tolkien says back. He says, yes, well, it is true to life for characters to die randomly. Newsflash, the genre's called fantasy. It's meant to be unrealistic, you myopic manatee. And I'm like, oh, fuck. man killed him. What?
Yeah, Rose says, but when I saw that the first time, I was real sad. She's my favorite era. Yeah, no, I mean, it still sucks.
Yeah.
And I pray to all the old and new and whatever the fuck gods, they keep it in the remake and they make it fucking hurt. Because like if they remove that in the remake, in the second part of the remake, that's gonna suck.
Oh, didn't they already do a remake of that game, or was that only the first part?
It's a 3-part series.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So they basically grabbed they took the whole story of 7 and extrapolated into 3 full-fledged games.
Okay, interesting.
So
I didn't know that.
The first game was the first 6 or so hours of Final Fantasy 7 expanded into like 40.
Damn, that's a lot.
So nobody knows what the ending of Part 2 will be, but people speculate that it might include the Aerith scene if they keep it.
I get the sneaky hunch that the second part is going to end right just before the beginning of Part 3.
No fucking shit.
Hey, it may be obvious, but I'll bet you I'm right.
you probably are, yeah. Wow,
Hey, tell me I'm wrong. Look me in the face and tell me I'm wrong. I would bet money on it that I'm right. And you know what? I'd win that bet.
Yeah, the second part is coming out this winter.
Ah, okay.
They had enough balls to show the trailer for Part 2 of the 7 remake right before 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
They were that
surprising.
confident. They were that confident in 16.
Wow.
And they were right to be. That game did very well.
No surprise. I mean, a good Final Fantasy entry usually does pretty well at the sales markets, though. I can't say I'm surprised by that. It's a popular series with a lot of, well, like you, diehard fans who love the series.
Yeah, the problem is they changed a lot. They made it into an action game this time, so it's a little bit different.
Action game? How so?
Yes. They wanted to attract new fans. Like, it's a completely logic move. Like, that's why I'm not mad about it. That's why I'm not screaming, because I'm a diehard old Final Fantasy fan, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of my kind are screaming at the fact that, oh, it's not an RPG anymore, it's not a Final Fantasy game, who the fuck is Square Enix, you know? And I disagree. It is still a Final Fantasy game. They just, changed it in a way where they can attract a big enough audience to make money from it.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's a good idea to try to change things up and stay relevant. Looking at like a game like Yakuza, where they went to a turn-based combat system to try to freshen things up, and it was a resounding success.
Yeah, correct.
But what is the RPG to adventure game? I've always kind of thought those as a very similar kind of thing. So what's the difference? Because as somebody who's uneducated in it, I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of the same thing, is it not?
RPG is a very wide term, right?
Yeah, I mean, just role-playing game. Technically, Forza is an RPG because I'm being my player character.
Raw, please stop. No, I didn't. I don't like 13. I fucking hate that thing. Final Fantasy 13 is a fucking heresy and needs to burn in hell. But anyways, it's pretty, but it's garbage. And there is a reason. Thank God you don't like it. Yep, of course. And there is a reason, Ross, why 16 looks like DMC, because the battle director is from DMC 5.
That makes sense.
Literally, the lead battle director is the guy who made Devil May Cry 5, so that's why the gameplay looks that way. Wait, really? Yes, really. I'm not even kidding. They just fucking yoinked the guy who made DMC5, and they were like, "Yo, you're our lead battle director."
Roa's
Final
having
Fantasy 16.
Roa's having that moment where he's like, "This tastes like beans," and somebody's like, "Yeah, because it's beans," and he's like, "What?" To be fair, I didn't know that either, though, and that is kind of a cool
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, no. I posted a tweet with when there was a stream right before launch.
All right, let's
He said, no wonder it looks like they ripped off the movement because they didn't. You can't rip off someone's work if they fucking did it.
Yeah, I mean that does make sense though because it's the same guy doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like looking at an RWB Porsche and going, "Wow, that looks like Akira Nakai made it." Well, no shit, he made it. Like that, it makes sense that it is. I did say looks like. I mean, yeah, it makes sense because it is literally the same guy making it. So yeah, it's going to be similar.
Because like main
That
producer
makes a lot of
Final
sense.
Fantasy 14, art director Final Fantasy 12, main director Final Fantasy 5. Like there's this really like big star roster of a team, and then like battle director Devil May Cry 5, and they're like, what?
I will.
Like,
Say,
if you-
I will say though, as somebody who has seen, I don't know if I've ever seen a clip of Devil May Cry 5, but as somebody who has seen like clips of Devil May Cry in general,
DMC is fun.
that looks cool as shit.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
will say,
That-
I could
those games
see,
are fun.
okay, a game like DMC, with that like combat style, I could see that looking really cool with Final Fantasy weapons and settings. I could see where that would add to like add up to a pretty epic situation. I don't hate the idea.
This is why I have absolutely nothing against it. This is why I still love the game, because it feels amazing, because it's literally like a Devil May Cry battle system, but you have a grand-ass story like a Final Fantasy, and that works very well in my opinion.
I have to
And
say,
the people who are screeching very loudly these days that Final Fantasy 16 is not a Final Fantasy, people fuck themselves. Like it's literally a mute point. Their opinion is objectively wrong. FF7 Remake is
you would
already
be
in
you
that
would be a
direction.
good
Correct.
person that guy should have on his pod. There's a podcast I keep hearing them advertise. Correct Opinions is what it's called.
Lol, lol, lol.
And I'm like, man, Darkwing should run that podcast. That sounds exactly like something he would say. Is that's a correct opinion?
Now
Which-
I want Final Fantasy 12 with 16 gameplay. Oh my god, that would kick so much ass.
I will say because I haven't played much Final Fantasy. It's not a game series I have much experience or involvement with, but I will freely admit that from what I have seen, their storytelling is both very impressive and deep, and
That's
I will
very
not
good.
argue that with anybody that it's not, because that would be a blatant disrespect to the game.
Yeah, this is the thing. That's what Final Fantasy is usually known for, and that's why there shouldn't be any arguments that Final Fantasy 16 is not a Final Fantasy game, because it's still there. Like, the story is ridiculously good in that. And the fact that just the gameplay system, like, I remember there was an argument about this on the internet. I think Jesse Cox, which is like a big ass Final Fantasy, and you know, in general content creator, he even made a video about it. There hasn't been like an old style Final Fantasy game since Final Fantasy X. Because starting with 11, well, which is an MMO, but starting with 12, they started experimenting with battle systems to all high hell. There was no standard menu-based battles after 10.
Yeah, so
Everything
they
post
did
that-
away with turn-based after that, didn't they?
Yes, post that, there was all sorts of weird shit, because 12 had this weird system, 13 kind of more or less went back to that, but not really, it was really weird. And then 14 is MMO again. 15 is, again, already almost full action. All the remakes they're making, like 7 Remake, is also full action. And so is 16, so...
And I thought that was
really-
interesting that they took a game like Final Fantasy VII, which is an iconic turn-based game, and converted all of it to that like more open field combat. And it's like that's both very gutsy and also impressive that they were able to change the game that much without really changing it in terms of its story or, you know, like themes. I thought that was
I mean, they did change quite a few things in the story, even in 7 Remake, but, I mean, again, you know, the story and the characters is what carries Final Fantasy games. Where the hell did you disappear? Oh, what
Hang
the
on.
fuck?
I lean back to stretch, and because I'm out of my camera frame, it just quits tracking me for a minute. So I've just vanished.
It's like, what the hell? Where did you go?
Well, it's kind of
anyways.
like if I pull a blanket over, or if I just put my pillow in front of my face, it's like, and I'm gone.
Okay. But yeah, so since the Final Fantasy games are mainly character and story driven, there are no problems with replacing the battle system like in 7 Remake, right? You can still make it feel like there are a few things that still feels like a Final Fantasy game, and that because there is a menu with like spells you can use, and it like stops time for when you use it. But mainly it's still an action game, and 16 went even further with that. Again, importing talent from Capcom for the DMC style kind of battles.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly fine because, again, the battle system is not the only thing that represents a Final Fantasy game. Mainly it's the story and characters.
That makes
The
sense.
old FF would be hard to recommend if you're not into turn-based games. That is correct. And this is why Yoshi P decided, which is the main producer, decided to change it up. So, because way more people are into action games that are into turn-based RPGs. Unfortunately, obviously, that's an obvious fact that nobody can deny. But the turn-based genre is dying. Like, not many people play them anymore, and still, like,
Well, plus it
Square Enix
does.
just-
It
Sorry,
gives
go on.
gives the people who've already played the old game. They
Yeah.
can't go back, even if they remake it with new graphics and so on and so forth. It's still going to be kind of a similar game. So the way they just did it, they can now have, even people who played the previous game can now play the new game and have a completely different experience from before. Yeah, it's the
Right.
same story they know, but it's a totally new way to play. Okay, like me, when I get on, I change playing my racing game from my sitting here in my chair with my controller, and I get about 6 feet to my left and get into my simulator.
Yeah.
Same game, whole new
Different
experience
feel.
playing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, correct. And I mean, Square Enix is still making turn-based games. There's like Bravely Default, right? There's Octopath Traveler. Like they just decided that their main flagman needs to be appealing to a broader audience. They're still making the games that like old Final Fantasy fans will enjoy. Probably, yeah, sure, it may not be called Final Fantasy, unfortunately, but that's the reality. They need their flagman series to rake in big money, so they need to make it appealing for broader audiences.
Not much turn-based games are really popping off right now. It's just Persona, I think. There is Honkai Star Rail now. They are turn-based as well. I will be honest, as somebody who played Genshin versus Star Rail, and granted I do have more time into Genshin, but I like the open world aspect of Genshin better.
I can understand that.
When I think it's because it reminds me, okay, Star Rail is quite literally that. It's on rails. It's an on rails kind of game.
I will say F2P games don't count for me. Well,
I mean, just in general, I'm looking at the design of the game, and I'm looking, okay, Star Rail, you get dropped at the end of a corridor or whatever, and it's more like, okay, I think the only real section I've done is on the spaceship.
yeah.
And okay, yeah, sure, you get dropped in, and it's your choice as to exactly what happens. But you're pretty much just walking down the open hallways that they give you, and it takes you to your destination. Genshin, on the other hand, there's that little bit of guidance you get in terms of, like, directions. But it is a true open world. When you spawn in, you could immediately spawn in to the game and go completely the wrong way. Now
that's the
they
thing.
don't encourage it, and they guide you to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, obviously,
but it is wide open, and you could just go wherever you want. Yes, except Inazuma Roa. But I mean, that at least has canonical reasons for it. But it's like, if you want to go, you can go and unlock the entirety of the map before you even meet Amber. Like, go hit your first statue of the 7, hit your first teleport waypoint, and you could go and unlock the entirety of everything except Inazuma before you even meet Amber or go to Mondstadt.
Right. That is cool.
And it's like, I think that's a cool, like, okay, I think back to Forza Horizon 1. You look at this map for Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah.
Almost every single inch of it is drivable.
Yeah, you can just go anywhere. Yeah,
I can go pretty much anywhere there isn't a sheer rock or cliff face
Yeah.
or deep, super deep water. But I can even drive across a lot of the shallow water.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah,
this entire map is one big playground.
pretty much,
Whereas back in Horizon 1, every single road had guardrails. And there were no off-road areas. You might get a dirt road, but
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading.
If you see
in
much
chat.
more, yeah. Again, Genshin, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, another great example, to where you can spawn in, and just immediately go. What is it? The speedrunners have done it in like 30 minutes and just beat Ganon. Like right off, they just spawn in with Link and they immediately go beat Ganon, and I'm like, really? Okay.
So the counter argument to that is that Star Rail is a quintessential experience of an RPG, because that's mostly how it works in RPGs. You have a zone, which has a seeming sense of freedom, which maybe there really isn't, right?
But at least gives you the illusion of it.
Yes, it's rather limited, actually. Like, you can maybe slightly veer off the path, but most of the time, you're just gonna have, the path to go. And I always compare the two games in Final Fantasy 1 that did it very well, which was Final Fantasy X, where it doesn't even have a world map. Like, you just go from zone to zone, yeah. And they're pretty straightforward. You can't really get lost. You can find some stuff that is not related to main story. Maybe you can find some side stuff. But it still guides you by the hand quite strongly. But it does so very well because the environments are well made. And even if you don't have places to get lost in, it still looks really cool and organic and real. In Final Fantasy 13, everything looks like a fucking corridor.
Yeah,
It's just straight lines.
And
that's
that's
bad. Also, yeah, go on.
I was to say that's where I think like Star Rail does good. Okay, yeah, on the spaceship I get it. Or on the space station, yeah, it's all hallways. It's a space station. When you get down to the first planet, Eurilo 6 or whatever. Why can I remember that 3 weeks later? But I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. God.
Lol.
But okay, you get down onto the surface of Eurilo 6, and sure, you're still kind of trapped in that invisible corridor.
But it's slightly more open, yeah.
But it's okay, it feels like you're on that planet and you got dropped into a place where you're trying to find your way through. And it's like, it makes it feel more authentic, despite being pretty much exactly the same gameplay.
Correct, yeah. And so, there's another thing. Square Enix tried the open world thing with Final Fantasy. That would be Final Fantasy 15. And it was cool.
I didn't realize 15 was full open world like that.
It is, yes. It does have the story, but once you get to a certain point, you have a car, and there's a lot of roads, and you can go wherever.
I knew about the car, but I didn't realize that it was open world. I thought that was like okay, maybe there were certain areas you were allowed to use it, or it was like a quick travel system or something to that effect. I did not realize that was actually a usable in-game item, like a Wave Rider in Genshin or something. That's interesting.
You can actually get an upgrade where you get big ass monster truck tires.
Oh yeah.
They go off the road and you can go anywhere on the map.
Because I actually know for a fact about this car, because that car was in Forza Horizon 4.
Oh shit, really? Lol.
Yes, it was. The Quartz let me guess, it was a 723 Quartz Regalia, and the Quartz Regalia D, am I correct?
Correct.
Yep, that was in Forza Horizon 4. They were not great cars in the game. They were fun, they were cool, but they were never meta or anything like that, so they didn't really get used. It's like the Halo Warthog. It's neat that it's in the game, but they never really got used much. But it still has the record for oldest car in a Forza game.
Let's go.
Because technically the oldest car was the 1893 Daimler-Benz motor car, which made an astonishing 2 horsepower.
Wait, so what is Regalia? How old is Regalia supposed to be?
723. So that was its official make in the game, or year. When you went, there was only one car that you had the 700s, And then it immediately went to the. I think they didn't even bother with 1800s. I think they just went.
Flexing his FF knowledge, yeah.
That's like one of the look. It's the only thing from Final Fantasy I really know other than Cloud and Buster Sword and Aerith is Quartz Regalia D because it was. Well, okay. To be fair, it was in the game. I had like 1,500 hours in. So. And I actually did use it semi-frequently, especially I had mine set up with a twin-turbo V12 for high-speed cruising, because it was kind of just like a giant Rolls-Royce, pretty much. So it was just this giant land barge that weighed a shitload of weight. So it wasn't really good for racing, but it was good for just rolling up to car meets and having a bunch of stees, because you were in something that was the length of a limo, looked like it was... the personal car for like the Frost Knights, whatever, and it was like you pulled up and it's like, hello mortals, I am here to reap your souls. And especially because I had mine on mags and raised white letters with the twin turbo V12, that it was like, yeah, bow before me peasants, as I rolled into the car meet, which I thought was very fun.
Yeah.
So to be fair, I did have a lot of experience with that car.
So 15 tried this open world thing, but unfortunately they failed miserably because they didn't really feel it that interesting stuff. It was kind of barren.
Yeah.
And, it was kind of sad. The only things you really went to do in the open world were like to kill optional bosses and maybe find some stuff.
Yeah, that's sad then.
But generally speaking, it was kind of meh. Best, but the story's still good. If you just play the story, like maybe do some stuff if you want, that's fine.
I did hear about 15 that the food in the game was apparently like second to none in terms of like video game food presentation.
Graphical fidelity, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's one of the big things. Yeah, that's
The decal on your car, what the fuck? My brother said you read Brid as Brid. Yeah. Yeah, it is enunciated Brid. If you go to the like videos from the official company, that is how they enunciate it in Japan is Brid, or even like breed. So it can be more like Brid or breed depending on how you say it. It's like a mix between the two. I've always said it as breed.
Then again, it's fucking Japan. What do they know about letters anyway?
Yeah, that's fair. It is Japan attempting to use English, like Anglo letters, which I'm sure is very easy for them, just like it is.
If it's Japan, it's gonna be burrito, yeah?
No, because if it was burrito, it would be Spanish.
No. He does have the right of it, though. Like, if it's bread, right, but since Japanese is a language based on syllables, it would still sound burrito.
True, that is the way they would enunciate it, yeah.
Yes.
But that would confuse any Mexicans currently visiting Japan at the time. They'd be like, burrito? What? You know how the Japanese guy is like, I'm looking for a seat for my car? And the Mexican guy is like, there's no Taco Bell here. What are you talking about? That would be the funniest language barrier. Oh my, I would pay money to sit and have a lawn chair and just watch that conversation. I would pay good money for that. That would be fucking hilarious.
That would probably be hella funny, yeah.
Oh god, I can only imagine how much of a catastrophe that would be. Oh, but yeah, that's that's
the Final Fantasy stuff.
Hell yeah, that's rad. I will say,
you can in the game you can even make the car fly by the end of the game. So
now that was something they did not give us in Forza, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think that would work in Forza, no, would it?
Probably not. Although I'm sure there are some. I will say they have done that in BeamNG though.
Oh.
They have officially, somebody got into automation and found a way to build. This is how advanced the physics engine is in automation in BeamNG.drive. They were able to go into automation and build a car with wings that, when done appropriately and driven correctly, will fly.
Let's go.
Now, granted, you have to have a jet engine on it, so it has to have 2 jet engines strapped to each side and attached appropriately with wings. However, they were able to take it up the airstrip And they used a very small, lightweight car. They take it, fly it down the airstrip with a big engine. They light up the afterburners, and they actually had it to where they could control. I think they had, what was it? They had rudders hooked to the steering wheel somehow. I forget exactly how it worked. And they were able to use it kind of like a... They have them here in the Midwest. I don't know if they're a worldwide thing or not. Do you have ultralights there?
Would you kindly please elaborate?
Ultralights are basically... Think parachuter with a giant fan motor strapped to his back. And a seat.
Oh, then probably no.
Yeah, what it is it's basically... Look at your Discord general, by the way. I don't know where to put that. Okay, let me take a poke real quick, Smasher. Hang on a second, I gotta check this.
Smash.
Smasher, there's nothing in my general.
Get wrecked. Where the fuck did you post it, dude?
Oh, this! I mean... I don't really know where... Are you talking about the submarine thing?
Oh god, people are still on about that?
No. This is a thing about the Trieste. It's a Swiss-designed, Italian-built thing that they used. They were trying to reach Challenger deep in the Mariana Trench. So, is that what you're talking about, Smasher? When it loads. Never mind then. That's not what he's talking about, anyways. No,
Oh,
yeah,
I see, yeah.
it's still loading. All right, when it loads up, let me know, Smasher, and I'll go take a look because I don't know what you're talking about yet. So, here you go, Roa. Or, sorry, Roa. Roa was on call with me last night. I still got it stuck in my head. Do you recognize what this car is from, Darkwing? The one that I'm currently using. I didn't know, because I actually did play this game on stream. It's from another game, and it was a game that I did play on stream at one point. And it was actually one of the few games I've completed. Need for Speed Pro Street on this one.
Ah, well, that would make sense.
But like I said, this is one of the few I've actually finished on stream.
I think I have told you before that my speed journey ended before.
This is true, yeah. I didn't know if you were there for any of my playthrough or not.
I was, but I don't.
That's fair. Well, this is the
I
car...
remember you playing first.
Yeah, this is the car of the Showdown King. Basically the final boss of the game.
Ah, the final boss, yes.
Ryo Watanabe, the Showdown King. Yeah, it was, I do love... I mean, this was the car... I will say this is one of my actual, like, favorite in real life cars.
Oh, so the picture loaded, I guess.
Oh, cool. I will check it out here in a minute. Let me get to it straight away.
Oh, not the picture, yes.
Okay, loaded. Yeah, let me check it real quick then. Smasher, is it something the audio might be audible on stream? Is that okay, or is it something I should mute for a minute to look at? Or should I check it on, like, my...
Hold on, Soji.
Yeah, let me know what it is, Dark, that way, because I don't know what Smasher's talking about, so... It's Smasher, I'm guessing it's probably fine, but, you know, I always check.
I think it's fine, but hold on, let me see.
He said it was okay.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's enough of a thing. Is it okay?
Yo, I got shivers from that. Yeah, you can play it. It's perfectly fine. I've got shivers from that, man. What the fuck? Let's go. That sounds absolutely magnificent. Yeah, right? Fucking insane, dude.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome!
Exactly. It's like, oh shit.
America! Fuck yeah! God, there's nothing better than the sound of a cross-plane crank V8 and a well-done exhaust. Oh my god. Smasher, right there is fine. I'm tempted to pin that shit. Hell yeah.
That is
Woo!
fucking sexy, that.
Punanana, dude. That sounds awesome. Hell yes. Yo, Roa, thank you so much for the even more fan art of Violet. That is awesome. Thank you so much, dude.
God
She
damn.
looks... I've not seen her in that outfit before. She looks adorable in that. Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
Oh
What
my
the
god.
fuck?
Wait, what's the old Lonely Island song? And I jizzed in my pants.
Fuck.
You've never heard that?
Dude, I probably have never heard quite a few things from your end of the world.
It's it was an old Saturday Night Live skit with Andy Samberg, and that was the oh, I forget what. Yeah, okay, we're watching that song now. I don't care if it gets. Oh shit.
Hold on. Listen.
Okay, there we go.
Saturday Live is an American thing.
Okay, it went viral on the internet though. To my
That's
defense,
the
it did go viral on the internet.
Show him that song. Well, I guess I have to fucking unmute the stream then, huh?
Probably yes.
Right, sure.
Yeah, okay, where's the lyrics?
There's a music video for it.
Oh yes. What is it? What's the lyrics to this?
To borrow Brad GL.
Yeah, okay, I got it pulled up. I'm gonna end up getting copyright for this, and I just don't give a shit because it's funny as hell. Okay, yep, I got it up. Are you ready, Dark?
Let's go.
I should preface this. The Lonely Island is a group of like 2 or 3 people who just make music for Saturday Night Live, and they only did a handful of songs. But this is the entire purpose of what they do, is it's just to make stupid songs. Okay, I will say one thing. The cashier, god damn! Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Woo!
Well, that was an experience.
Yep, you have now... there's the other one I'll let you look up on your own time. It's actually featuring Justin Timberlake, and it's called Dick in a Box.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yep.
Well,
That's his Christmas present. It's a dick in his it's his dick in a box.
fuck it hell, dude.
Oh my god, yeah. The Saturday Night Live is an absolute trip sometimes. Always good for a laugh. Lonely Island is such a trip. Yes, Mother Lover is also a banger. I'm not familiar with that one. I got to look that one up still. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Funnily enough, I think I do know Mother Lover.
Oh, funny. That's one of the ones I don't know.
Yeah.
They have one. It's actually featuring Michael Bolton.
If only I knew who that is.
He is a very well-known like American singer who does a lot of like. I'm trying to think of. It's hard to explain his music. It's very much like very classic rock singer.
Classic
Yeah,
rock,
that's the best way to
yeah.
describe it. Classic rock is a genre that often avoids me. In terms of like trying to describe it, it evades me, not avoids me. I try to find a way to describe it, and I struggle with it a lot. So.
The only like meme singer that I really know well is Jack Black
Oh,
or Tenacious D, whichever you know.
that's fair. Yeah.
One of the same. That
So-
guy is fucking.
So you don't know Rucka Rucka Ali then?
I have heard this somewhere.
Oh my god, it's extremely inappropriate, some of the stuff he does.
I know. I think I know this name. I know this name, but I don't remember where from.
He was very popular on the internet a while back. I will say, if you are sensitive in any way, shape, or form, and you're hearing me say this, probably don't check out Rucka Rucka Ali. He can be quite racist sometimes. But it's all in the name of humor, and it can actually be quite funny
I
sometimes.
think I know the name. I think I
Yeah.
may have experienced this before, but I can't quite put my
Yeah,
but I think I've heard it before. Yeah.
because yeah, what's the one he does? Is he remixes like the same kind of song, or he'll remix a song but change up the lyrics a lot, like Weird Al. So I'm sure you know Demi Lovato's "What's Wrong with Being Confident." Oh, yeah.
Well,
So
not really, but I do know Demi Lovato stuff.
I was okay. I didn't know if you'd ever heard that. It's one of her more popular ones. But that's the chorus is, well, what's wrong with being confident? Oh, Well, Rucka Rucka redid it, and it's what's wrong with peeing? What's wrong with peeing? What's wrong with peeing on the French? Oh. It's an entire song about that, and it's just like, what? Why? But why? Oh my God, it's funny though.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw you were doing your daughter's row. I never expected you to do Violet though, but I do really appreciate it.
Wording, Soji.
Well, yes.
You said I saw you doing your daughters.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Please rephrase that. Yeah, sorry about that. That's, yeah.
Holy shit.
We were in the middle of a conversation, and, yeah, I forgot about context because yeah. Yeah, I saw you, please, yes. I saw that you were helping your daughters with their style and giving them a bit of a makeover, but I never expect you to also do it for Violet as well, so that was very kind of you. As you tried recreating her and putting her on a different outfit, well, I think it came out really good. I really liked it. It's very much still her. I actually almost that's what I was trying to go for, was a similar like Japanese style schoolgirl outfit, and I really liked the way that one came out. It's a really nice contrast to her usually much lighter style, which is why I really like it. I think it's kind of a nice refresh for her, because oops, where's the other one? Yeah, because she's usually got the white and blue outfit, so the red and black is a really nice like
Evil version.
Well, I won't even say that. It's just like completely the opposite in terms of style. It is quite literally the reverse.
Fubuki from Hololive, where she has an evil version, because she's like, white hair and like white tail and like white outfit, but then with like blue elements. But then evil Fubuki is like black and red.
I didn't know Fubuki had an evil side.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. The one I'm familiar with is Project Melody and Melware.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Pretty much the same thing. I just didn't know Fubuki had a version of it too. Interesting. Oh, hi, Sadie. You just woke up half passed out? Well, I hope you were...
Evil Violet. I can do that. Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Kurakami? What? What the hell's a Kurakami?
Ah, yeah. That's the name of what I'm talking about.
Oh, evil Fubuki is called Kurakami?
It's Shirakami Fubuki, but there's a Kurakami as well, yeah.
Oh, right, because I always forget Fubuki's her last name because she goes by that most of the time. Isn't that evil Fubuki?
No. Fubuki is the first name.
Right, because you guys... Okay, right. Okay, it's backwards. Now I remember it.
Yeah, exactly. Kurakami is evil Fubuki, yes.
I forget about that, yeah. Okay, yeah, because Fubuki is her real... Interesting. Friends, no wife,
friends,
just
no
friends.
wife, just friends. Oh yeah, Rose going out with the fucking quotes. Let's go.
That sounds like
I see a fellow Hololive fan. Yeah,
that sounds like
let's go.
Now, see, the one I'm familiar with, which is the exact opposite of what she would say. That sounds like the evil version of Nene, because Nene would be the exact opposite of that most times.
No, that's Fubuki's thing. She's like, friends, no wife, just friends.
Wasn't that what Nene is always about? Is like she's always got a bunch of husbands or something? Isn't that like her shtick?
No idea. I don't. Oh, there's Jenny.
Oh, hi, Sadie.
Hey, Jenny. Hello.
Are you awake enough to talk now?
She's like, oh, it exist.
Yeah, you could tell she was definitely sleepy because she's usually much more talkative than this. People always ask her to be their wives. She said no, just friends.
Yes.
That's actually, yeah, that's damn, that's gotta hurt getting friend zoned by a virtual streamer.
She's a master at that. She's like, no wife, just friends.
To be fair though, especially as popular as the Hololive girls are, and I'm sure the V-Shoujo girls have this as well, and probably some of the Niji Sanjis as well, you would have to have a defense mechanism against that, because
yeah, of course.
Meanwhile, Nene would say yes and give them husband number, which is also another genius way of handling that. But
husband number 2437.
Boy, that must make date night awkward. Yeah, now serving number 38. Like,
Yeah,
I've heard of people being polyamorous, but that's taking it to a whole new level.
There's like asking, what do you call it? One of those like meat serving numbers in the local shopping mall. Shop.
Oh my, yeah, it's like the Geico commercial that had Icky Woods in it here. Icky Woods, for those of you who don't know, used to be a old Cleveland Browns football player, and he was known for every time he would do a touchdown, he had his own dance he would do called the Icky Icky Shuffle. To be fair, it was also the 1970s and 80s, so this was less of a weird thing back then. And so that was, and also his I don't know, was his number 44? I forget. Whatever the case was, they're all at this deli counter and they're like, order 43. And you see this lady go, oh yeah, that's me. And then you hear, order 44. And Icky Woods spikes his receipt down like it's a football. That's me! 44, that's me! Get some cold cuts as he's doing the Icky Icky Shuffle. And it comes up and they're like, if you're Icky Woods, you do the Icky Icky Shuffle. It's what you do. If you're Geico, you get to save people 15% or more on car insurance or something. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. But it's like, we actually had a thing in college for that with our team. Anytime in bowling, somebody would go and leave a 4 count on their first shot and then get 4 more on their second shot, which happened sometimes. It was rare. You'd see 4 and then a 4 on the screen, and you hear one person, 44! And whoever had left it would turn around off the approach. That's me! It was like a thing, because it was obviously a bad frame, so you didn't want to do it. So you had to like basically be like, yeah, that's me. I suck.
I have a prime stupid joke about dating in Nene, right?
Uh-huh.
So, normal people, when on a date, go to like a restaurant, cafe, right?
Uh-huh.
But if Nene is going on a date, she's going to a stadium because that's where many fucking husbands. Yeah.
That's fair. I think I actually have another one, too, of that is I've heard of people counting sheep, but I've never heard of sheep counting people.
Yeah, alright. I'm not entirely certain if I get that.
Oh, that's, is that not an analogy where you're from? That's what they tell you to do to help you fall asleep, is to lay in bed and count sheep?
The second part.
Well, yeah, because she's giving each person a number as like a husband number. So
Yeah, that's not Nene, though. That's Watame. Watame is sheep, not Nene.
What's Nene?
The one we've been talking about this whole time?
No, what animal is she?
No one. She's Elite Gamer.
I thought that was Miko. I thought Miko was elite.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're correct. Hold on.
What is Nene? I thought Nene was a sheep.
No, that's Watame, though. They're answering.
Oh, okay. Well, what the hell is Nene? I thought she was a sheep girl.
What was
Watame. Okay, yeah, Watame is the sheep. Then what the hell is Nene?
She's not. She's just like a fucking girl.
Just like human. Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Fifth generation VTubers.
Son of a bitch. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, she's just a girl in like a Victorian dress.
Okay. I
God,
get Nene and Watame confused.
Sorry.
I guess I've been
Sorry,
getting
yeah.
Nene and Watame confused for a very long time then.
That is possible.
Momos is your name.
Yeah, sorry, for some reason I thought Nene was Miko. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's... I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to confuse them
Because there's like
it's-
40 of them at this point, yeah.
Yeah. Nene is super ultra hyper deluxe mega over cute.
Yes, that's
Okay. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I will say I did like the one thing I saw. It's just an animation. We're talking about sheep though, and it reminded me of it. It's this animation he says, I'd like to go to sleep. He said, but my stupid ADHD brain is like 1 sheep, 2 sheep, cow, turtle, duck. Old MacDonald had a farm and Macarena. Hey!
Sakura Miko is the shrine maiden and the criminal in GTA. Also, elite
Yes.
gamer. Fuck you.
Yes. I am familiar with the Elite Miko, and I will say that one of my first exposures to VTubers was Miko's Lamar and Franklin scene clip of her the first time versus the second time when she says, "Fuck you."
Yeah. Fuck you.
That was one of my first exposures to HoloLive as a brand. Other than, like, I had familiarized myself with HoloMyth at that
Yeah.
point. EN
That
first
was
gen.
wild. Yeah, no.
That was first.
That was
Wait, I mean, to be fair to her, she had no idea when she said it because
Of
she
course
doesn't
she didn't.
speak the language. So, and I will say, Lamar does make a very big point out of saying that in a very like odd and memorable way. So it kind of would stick with you. I had a buddy in high school who did that all throughout high school. Every time he'd hang up the phone with me, you'd hear the ha click,
That
and I'm
was
like,
one of my
really?
first clips, and I was like, "What the fuck did that anime girl say?" Oh, bro, that's the best.
That anime girl just what? I remember the first thing I saw with VTubers, other than I had run across Kizuna Ai before, but outside of that, I'd not really seen a VTuber before, and I kept seeing this little blue shark girl with a hood, and I'm going,
Of course. you did.
what fucking anime is this from? Was my thought, and I'm like, I'm on my anime list, and I'm always like trying to add to that list of stuff that I want to watch, because anytime I want to watch an anime, I want to have a big list to go to. So I'm like, I want to know what anime this is from. It's clearly popular. Like I saw Kitagawa, Marion Kitagawa, and I'm like, what show is this? And by then I'd pretty much heard of My Dress Up Darling, and I'm like, oh, she's the girl from that show.
No.
So I'm like, yes, I need to add that to my list. Well, I started seeing this little blue hooded shark girl, and I'm going, what fucking show is this from? And that's when I realized, I'm like, so I looked her up, and I'm like, oh, her name's Gura. Okay. HoloLive. I've never heard of this show. Usually it rings a bell, like, oh, it's from I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, or, oh, it's from Konosuba, or something I've heard of. I'm like, HoloLive? What kind of name is that? I punch up HoloLive, and I'm like, you mean digital streamers? What? And I'm like, oh, English, first generation, they just came out. Ooh, there's a pink-haired Reaper girl. She's cute. And, yeah, the rest is history.
The rest is history. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, pretty much. Then I saw Matsuri's story about Band-Aids.
Fucking look it up sometime, Soji. That
I'm
fucking clip is infamous. Holy shit.
I'm going to have to, because I don't know that clip. I've never heard of that.
That is
With all the
insane.
shenanigans, it is a show. I mean, yeah, at this point, I mean, they even have Hollow No Graffiti, so it is pretty much an entire TV
Like,
show.
what, though? That Matsuri's clip was insane. Like, what the fuck?
I
was
will,
that? was like,
I will have
what?
to, I will have to look that up, because that is not something I've heard of yet. That is news
There's a
to
lot
me.
of chaos. I
Interesting.
mean, oh my god. Ro, help me out. What was the girl... Oh my god, I forgot her name. The one that got cancelled over drama with the boyfriend and had to graduate.
Oh, Russia.
Yes. She was hilarious. She was pure fucking chaos on stream. Oh my god.
I mean, you can still enjoy that anytime you want.
Of course you can, yeah, sure, but like, still.
Yeah, that's fair though.
Yeah, Roshi is amazing, yeah.
Yes, she is. Whether she, I guess we could say she had the key to that. So, and that's all I'm saying about that.
Yeah, fucking Coco was also cool.
Yes, Coco was also amazing with that.
Yeah, Coco was English EN before EN was invented.
Pretty much, yeah. She was the one who
Yeah.
bridged that gap. I
Pretty
think
much, yeah.
we probably have Coco to thank for the existence of Hollow EN.
Absolutely.
It's like,
He's still streaming, by the way.
oh yeah, I know. I'm familiar with her
Yeah.
her alternate as well.
I
Same
watch Coco daily. Let's go. Big fan.
Heck yeah.
Roa's big fan.
Oh yeah. I've never watched all of them. I will say back when I was trapped at home with my parents and before I could move out, I would watch mostly Cali streams in 144p in minute to 5 minute intervals as it buffered.
My God.
I remember
You poor-
I seriously, we had 400 kilobyte a second internet, and it was a struggle to get
Oh, yeah.
anything better than that. So I remember the first time I moved into my home here, I moved in, I think it was about a week before I got internet. And I'm like, okay, you know, no big deal. I have unlimited data on my phone. I was just basically watching YouTube. And on my little phone screen, I could do okay, but it still wasn't great.
Yeah.
Well, I moved in on a Sunday, and my internet guy came not Monday, but the Monday following. So my internet guy comes, he gets me all hooked up, and he's like, all right, you're in service, you've got plenty of good internet, have fun. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. First thing I do, I pull out my laptop, because I'm like, you know what, if I'm going to finish unpacking, I'm tired of watching my tiny ass little phone. I'm getting my laptop out so I have a bigger screen, and I'm hooking my speaker up to it. I hooked up my speaker to it, I get my laptop booted up, and I pulled up a Kali stream. I'm like, oh, well, I'll listen to this. I haven't seen this one yet. I went, and my laptop was still set on 144p.
Lol.
I never thought to change it. I'm about halfway through the stream, and I went, wait. I don't live at my... Can I up... I wonder how much my laptop can handle. And I think at the time... the top, because that was before she was still on her pretty garbage computer that she was using when she started. Yeah. So she wasn't streaming in like super high fidelity, but it would go up to like 720, 1080p pretty much area. And I'm like, I wonder. So I clicked on like 720, I think it was, because I'm like, well, I'm not going to go to the max. And I watched as it instantly loaded in front of me, and I went, what the? I'm like, whoa. That's what Kali looks like. That's sick. Like, I'm like, I can actually see her face through, or like her hair through her veil. Like, it always looked like one. I'm like, I can actually distinguish between the hair and the veil for the first time. And I'm like, so high res. Whoa. Yeah, I ended up just watching VTubers for about a week after that, because I'm like, I started going around and I'm like, what does Ina look like? Ooh, what does Kiara look like? I'm like, what do they all look like? What have I been missing? So I immediately started going around, and then I started watching V Shoujo to see what they looked like, and I'm like, this is awesome. I can see. Like, oh my God, I was like, I can see clearly now, my internet's good. No buffering in my way.
Yeah, no, so, I don't know if, I know that we had this talk with you, Soji, but probably Raw wasn't present for it. My first clip was,
Sadie's back.
Did
you get...
I was tripping all over the hallway to get to the restroom.
Oh, good. Did you get a cup of coffee in you or something? Woke up a little?
No.
No, I still have that.
Say, yeah, you didn't even have to answer that. You could have just made that noise, and we would have been able to tell. The after nap grogginess is unmistakable. Yeah.
Well, I have to go back to sleep anyway, because I have to wake up early tomorrow.
That's fair.
All right.
I gotta get
up. What's the time? It's like, it's like fucking 10, 11, 10? What is it? 11?
Here it's midnight.
Midnight, yeah.
But it's also a Friday night, so I don't have to give a shit. I can stay up as late as I want. The only thing I'm doing tomorrow, here in Ohio, we have a handful of really good, famous, like, dragways. And one of the most notable is in Norwalk, Ohio. It is Summit Raceway Motorsports Park. And they are holding the Pontiac Nationals there this weekend, which is like a big...
Sleep is optional, says Raw.
Yeah, sleep is optional. We go all night or until I pass out, which is probably going to happen first, so... I'm not going to actually try to go all night, but I'm not going to bed yet either. We're going to stay up for a while yet. I'm still feeling good.
Let's go.
I may be yawny, but I'm not actually, like, losing my... I'm not losing my forethought. I can still have the clarity of mind, so as long as I have my thought, I'm okay. When I start getting loopy and foggy, that's when I start to lose it. So.
Hey Soji, did you see my video?
I did not get a chance to watch that yet, Sadie. Let me pull it up real quick. I assume it's... oh, jeez, I forgot I still had the Lonely
There was
Island
a
video.
bug. There's a bug in Forza sometimes on the triple wheel spin.
Okay.
That if you roll for 3 cars of the same car, you only get 1.
What?
Which is bizarre. And you don't do that. So that's why I was gonna say, okay, I'm gonna message your mod and see what happens. Right now, I don't know. They owe me another $8 million car, dude.
16
That's
mil.
kind of messed up.
Holy sh...
Where's it at? Oh, because you
Or
hit
is
the
it like 10 mil
Brabus.
now?
You hit the
Because normally
Brabus.
they do-
Or not the Brabus, the
What happened to the other one?
C63. Or the
What the hell?
no, the E63. That sucks that they only gave you one of... That's stupid. They should have gave you both of those. What the hell? Yeah, that's a really stupid thing to do. About 5 more hours, so that's what Luce was confused about. 5 more hours of... What? I lost...
Okay.
I think I lost something in context there.
Seems that way.
About 5 more hours. Oh, of stream. No, I definitely won't be going 5 more hours. I'm not going to make it that long. I still have to get up tomorrow. But I'm definitely not going to bed yet. We still got some time, so. But yeah, either way, we're going up to.
Stream for 5 more hours. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna head out. We're gonna head out to the track and watch some old Pontiacs go drag racing down the strip. Check out the car show. Hit the swap meet. My dad has an old Firebird.
Hit the what
so.
now?
Swap meet.
The fuck is that?
It's kind of like a flea market.
Oh.
But it's specifically for like, okay, if you go to a flea market is usually just whatever you bring, and you set up shop and you sell what you got. Swap meets are usually more targeted. So for this, we're going to a Pontiac Nationals event, which means that it is all Pontiac themed. The only cars allowed in the show are Pontiacs. The only cars allowed to race are Pontiacs. So it's kind of like, okay, if you own a Chevy, sorry about your luck. If you own literally anything other than a Pontiac, you can't get in the show. Now you can come and look as like a spectator, but you cannot put... You can have a $10 million one-of-one Ferrari. You can pull up in a Bugatti Veyron, a Chiron, whatever. If it doesn't say Pontiac on it, sorry, you're in regular parking. You're not coming in the show.
Fair.
Because that's literally the target. So, the idea is, the swap meet there will be pretty much all Pontiac exclusive parts. Now, being that General Motors owned Pontiac, there will probably be some crossover to other cars, but you're not going to find much else other than Pontiac-only parts up there. Just that's where people go to sell stuff like that, because they know that's where the target demographic is,
Where the buyers will be, yeah.
Exactly, so... But it should be a pretty cool event. I'll get to watch some actual... And these will be like cars that they're going to drive them down the drag strip, do a big smoky burnout, run them down the strip, and then drive them home. Or load them up on a trailer and take them home. Like, these are cars that can be driven on the road. They're not like some ungodly, drag racing track monster. These are street legal cars for the most part, which I think is really cool. My dad went last year because, like I said, he owns a Pontiac and he wanted to go check it out. He'd heard tale of it, but he'd never really been to it before, so he wanted to go. And he came back, he's like, "Bub, that was actually pretty cool. Do you want to go next year?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me know when." He told me earlier in the week, he's like, "Hey, Pontiac Nationals coming up. You want to go?" "When?" He said, "This weekend." "When exactly on the weekend?" He's like, "Saturday night, probably." I'm like, "Sure, why not? Sounds like fun." I wanted to go since last year anyways. May as well, right? I don't think it's very expensive to get into. I think it's like $10 for the day or something. Like that's a good $10 well spent. That'll keep you busy for a while. What do we have?
Well, looks like if there is some fun with Vita to be had, it's gonna be very finicky.
Fun with what?
Well,
The place right, the Vita.
Yeah, yeah.
You came full circle on me. It took me a minute. I'm like, what's a Vita? I thought you said something about
'cause-
like Velveeta cheese, and I'm thinking, what?
lol, lol, lol.
I'm just having that moment of like, he cannot have meant cheese. What the fuck? Like,
Cheese.
have you seen that video where it's just James May
Yes.
cheese?
Cheese.
Like it's the whole video. It's like, why? I don't. Just why?
Because James May.
Yeah, pretty much. It's I will say I did like the original when they came out with the second season of the Grand Tour. That was the video where like James May cheated death like 30 times in like this 2-minute video. Like he's out,
Yeah.
he's working on his bike, and you see him. He's sipping his coffee. He sets it down. You see him. He picks up the cup of paint thinner instead, and he's like ready to sip it. And he stops, sets the cup back down, fixes what he just sees, and then picks his coffee cup back up. He walks outside, and just as somebody, they're like, "Morning, James." Morning. Oh, and he looks up just in time, and it draws his attention to walk around the empty manhole cover that he could drop down through. And like, he cheats death like 15 times or so, 15 different times, and goes to visit Clarkson and Hammond, who are both in the hospital from their wrecks during the show's filming. You see him, he walks back out, gets in his Fiat Panda, and a piano falls on top of it. It's like,
They had a bit
why?
with pianos, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that too, the bit with the pianos and the Morris Minors.
Yep.
God, that was funny. The term flea market is always funny to you. Did people brought the fleas the first time? Yeah, I don't know how that term came to be, Roa. I just saw that message.
Did people brought fleas? What the fuck?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, flea market, that's kind of an odd term. I don't know where that terminology comes from or why they call it that.
Time for a Google search.
I'm sure there's probably a name reason behind it. I just don't know what it is. Kind of an odd question, or an odd thought to have. It's like, why do they call it that?
Because the items sold were previously owned and worn, likely containing fleas.
Or is that actually what it is?
That's one of the theories.
Oh, okay, that makes
Origin
sense.
of the term. So I can read.
Maybe they spread it to each other. That's fair. I have seen people at
Origins of the term
I have
fleas.
seen people at flea markets before, and I mean, I could look at them and be like, I could see you having fleas. Like, yeah, you're that kind of gross person. Not everybody's like that, but there are a lot of them. You have to be careful. You don't buy any soft goods. You buy like proper, like, okay, I bought a computer mouse in a plastic case. Usually pretty safe. You sanitize it, you move on. No big deal. Yeah, things you don't buy from flea markets. Blankets. Clothing. I will say I did buy one piece of clothing at a flea market once. And it was a like old crew chief shirt from a old like truck or Xfinity car or something. I don't even know what it was from technically, but I asked for an extra bag, and when I got out of the area, I double bagged it, and I left it in the bed of my truck on the way home, and I immediately took it inside and washed it. And then I hung it in my closet because I'm like, okay, it's been washed, it's been dried, we're safe now, and then I put it back in my closet.
So apparently there's two theories. One is to do with the New York 1800s and the fly market. That was a market in New York City. And so apparently that term might have originated somehow and transformed in time from that. Or the second theory is that it's a literal translation from a French term that would I'm not gonna try and read it because I don't know how to read French. Which meant the market of fleas because of what I mentioned earlier, that items were worn and second-hand and likely contained fleas. Which one is the right one is disputed. So
Interesting.
that's how that goes.
It's funny how many people.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Yep, Wikipedia coming in clutch. And hey, and they told us in school Wikipedia wouldn't be useful. Wikipedia is very useful if you know how to use it. So I've always thought that was stupid. Is it's like it's literally, I get okay, don't rely on it for like life-saving information.
You need to second-hand any information you read on Wikipedia though, because people write it, not like
yeah,
authorities or whatever.
but I mean that's also good because
It's like I can literally go
There
on
are-
that same very page and write some completely different bullshit theory about it.
oh yeah, and I get you always double check it. You don't just follow it blindly. On the other
Teachers
side
are
of it,
just bitter. They didn't have Wikipedia on their time.
yeah, pretty much. Well, my thought goes back to, you're never just gonna have a calculator in your pocket at all times. You gotta memorize this. Lol, smartphone. Get
Yeah,
wrecked,
that's-
teach.
Most
I mean,
I'm
to
gonna
be fair,
I'm going to say right now. Most of the shit that they teach in school when you're like in high school or elementary, in what context would you need like? In what context would you need like
Yeah.
how you measure like the speed and distance on where you're gonna go? Yeah, that's fine, but like. And then, like, math problems usually twist it up. It's like, if you're going at this speed, how high is the tunnel? I was like, huh?
Yeah. Wait, what was that? Let me see if I can find that really quick.
if you're going like at 300 miles an hour and there's 3 different cars going with you, what's for dinner?
Yeah, it's something like that.
I was like, the hell? so, the stuff like that does not really make sense to me. And it was like, yeah, well, I still need to pass school, so I don't really care about these things.
Yeah. If 2020 was a math problem. You're going down a river at 2 miles per hour and your canoe loses a wheel. How much pancake mix would you need to reshingle your roof? I'm like,
Yeah, pretty much.
that's Oh, here you go. This is the other one I like. An orchestra of 120 players takes 40 minutes to play Beethoven's Ninth Symphony.
Uh-huh.
How long would it take for 60 players to play the symphony?
What the fuck?
Because, you know, the amount of players in an orchestra dictate how long it takes to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's God. That's, yeah. I have 10 ice cubes. You have 11 apples. How many pancakes will fit on the roof? Answer. Purple, because aliens don't wear hats.
Sam has 43 watermelons. If you took 3, what is the justification of the gods' actions in the Old Testament?
Yep. Now, see, this is what I like. Billy has 13 pieces of bacon. He eats 10 of them.
Yeah,
Billy has happiness.
that is correct.
That's the whole question.
That is correct. There is no
Um,
question. That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the fucking these convoluted math problems are like dumb.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so stupid.
Like I was really good at math when I was in school, and unfortunately, when I started high school, the teacher in for math in high school was one of these new age hobos who were like, "We're gonna do this new age shit with fucking these stupid convoluted, fucking nonsensical problems," and I was like, "Yeah, no, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna get a passing grade and I'm done with this garbage."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, where's this one at? Oh yeah. No, not there. What? I just had it.
Because like what these descriptions used to be
there it
are
is.
exactly the same problems that you have with numbers, but written in text. So you just have to think a little extra. What they
Yeah.
are now is fucking convoluted bullshit logic tests.
When they actually add a bunch of crap and stupid names to trip kids up to try to
Yeah.
get them to focus on the wrong thing, which I hate.
Exactly.
But I will say I do like this one. 75% of students are good at math,
Right.
and I belong to the 14%.
Okay.
because I'm not the part that's good at math.
Yeah.
I quite like that one. Stupid, but it's funny. Oh my god, some of this stuff is just dumb. It's like it's funny, but it's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm trying to find.
That's how it is.
I think I'm gonna run some time attack runs now. Get the Garage 56 Camaro out here and make another pass. Oops, I went back into the garage. That's not what I wanted to do. Darkwing, have you seen me run this car yet?
Probably not.
We just built this one here the other night.
Since I'm usually not awake these hours.
That's fair. I don't know if you heard. Are you familiar with the 24 Hours of Le Mans? Have you at least heard of it?
I think you've told about it. That's the French one, right?
Yeah, the one in France. They run it for 24 hours straight.
Yes, we were talking about this, and I remember Miyuki was really upset about it. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Miyuki's upset about anything that she thinks is dangerous, which is
Correct.
which is all of motorsport in general. So
That is correct, yes.
If you're driving about 24 hours of the insurance for every one of those drivers, they're probably up the roof, considering the fact that some of them actually have to work for night shifts.
pretty much, yeah.
What do you call it? There's like 4 drivers for each team, so you're pretty much covered if you think about it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you've got good coverage on them, but either way, some crazy person decided, you know what we should take to Le Mans this year? A NASCAR Cup car. So they stripped about 500 pounds of body weight out of it by removing a lot of like the crash bars they use for bump drafting and so on and so forth. They pretty much left the engine stock. They did upgrade the brakes because the brakes they use in the Cup Series are pretty much wasted after about 2 hours. And for a 24-hour race, those, of course, aren't going to hold up well. So they did put in some better brakes. They put on they had rain tires, and they had to add headlights and taillights since they're racing at night and the track isn't lit. And so on. And so pretty much lights. They stripped a little bit of body weight out to handle just to help the car in general because they don't need that extra equipment. And then they added some extra aero bits like some front canards and a bigger rear spoiler. That's about it. Just some mild tweaks to a Cup car.
And that Cup car still managed to pass some LMP1 boys.
Yeah, the tradition is that the experimental entry starts at the very back of the pack. The Cup car experimental entry, Garage 56, which is this car, well, this is the tribute car, was so fast that the division it was starting behind actually asked if it could be moved up in front of them so it didn't have to go rampaging through their ranks on its way as it passed all of them.
Lol.
And as a matter of fact, the next class up was supposed to be a little bit faster than it, and because the Camaro was so good in the long runs, it was actually passing some of that middle group of cars and just absolutely ripping their faces off at some point. It's like, that is awesome.
So I'm gonna go add that, right? So the only reason why it's only it finished in 39th place, right?
Was because they had a transmission failure.
No, was because they actually had they had a transmission issue. Yes.
Well, they ended up changing the whole transmission.
Yeah, it's not just that too, but like the brakes, the brakes they weren't used to replacing them.
Yeah, I was saying because they literally just brought over a Cup car. Like they took, I think, what was it? I think was it William Byron's pit crew from the NASCAR Cup Series. It was just like a Hendrick Motorsports like racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They took the guys off pit road, flew them to France, and were like, here, change these tires and put gas in this car. And it was funny because they actually ended up winning their division in the pit crew challenge. Because of course they did. It's a freaking NASCAR pit crew. So they made all of the other like usual endurance pit crews look like a bunch of schlubs, and I thought that was funny. The other complaint was actually its noise, being that it was a fire-breathing NASCAR V8. You'd hear the Ferrari.
I was gonna say that the Cadillac is the same thing. I mean, like, why are you bringing that up?
Well, that was
Doesn't
because
really make sense.
the Cadillac did make good noise, but the NASCAR was the one that everybody pointed out sounded even better because it didn't have the hybrid drive system on board. It was pure,
True.
unfiltered V8 Americana. So you'd hear all the other cars, zoom, zoom, zoom. Then you'd hear the Cadillac, roam. Meanwhile, all of a sudden you just hear, and Dad, wow! As the NASCAR went by, they actually had complaints of people being kept awake at the track who were camping because every 4 minutes the NASCAR would come by and wake them up again.
Lol.
I'm like, that is awesome. And people didn't even seem to care that much because they're like, that thing sounds amazing. And I like, even one of the even one of the announcers got in on it. He said something about, he said the Cup car, of course, the longest race in NASCAR is 600 miles. The one I went to see at Charlotte, the Coke 600. He said this thing has run over 2,000 miles. He said almost 3 times the length of the longest NASCAR race. He said, and they're still out there racing, and we're only about halfway done. He said, and for those of you wherever, he said that's about this many kilometers, whatever those are. Which I loved, because that was all the meme was on TikTok that weekend is, what the fuck is a kilometer? And I love that, so please continue, Zadie. I'm done now.
I was gonna say, like, watch that that since Garage 56 was a successful attempt, they're probably gonna add NASCAR as a division in Le Mans.
That would be rad. I think
there's already European NASCAR series, and I'm just like, you know what?
I think
won't be surprised.
I think they should have a like a open division. Now, granted, that you have to meet certain safety and like power criteria. You have to prove you can at least keep up with the Corvette C7 class, whatever I forget what they call them, the GT2.
EGC Endurance, yeah.
Yeah, they should have to keep up with those at least, I think. But I think they should have an open class for people who just want to try some different stuff at Le Mans. Again, okay, bring a couple of Garage 56 NASCAR entries. See how they do with a teammate out there. Ford's showing up next year with a GT2 Mustang. That should be sick. So, of course, they'll be an actual class. But okay, have them break the Ford GT back out and set it up for just absolutely killing people. You know, like, just have them set it up to compete with the NASCAR Garage 56 car and see what it can do. Build some ridiculous engine for it. I don't care. Have Dodge put just a fire-breathing, coke-snorting Hellcat out on the track. You know, with a massive aero package and a nitrous system. And just like, just hell, maybe have it the day before for like 6 hours. And just be like the 6 hours of Le Mans experimental or something, where they just bring out the most batshit crazy cars that people design just to see, like, basically like a Pikes Peak exhibition version of it. Just to see what happens. I think I would watch the hell out of that. That'd be awesome.
Hey, Smasher.
But here's how this works, Dark. This is a big, heavy American sports car.
Alright.
But it will also absolutely rip on the track. Here's what it's capable of.
You're gonna go for like 950 Ti S2 Performance Camaro that would work for freaking time attack runs. Like,
yeah, it's weird that it works, because this is a very, very high power car for what it is, and it works really well.
High powered and heavy.
And heavy, yes. But it works, damn it.
But it works, damn it.
It does. Oh, that's gonna be out. Yep. Oops. That was me. Stupid BMW drivers.
The
Drivers, that is that.
But X5 parked it on the Apex.
Yeah, let's...
Speaking of BMW, I actually saw an M8 in competition.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Smasher, you're in
Oh,
Ohio.
yeah.
Do you know Norwalk Dragway, Summit Racing Motorsports Park? It's up in Norwalk.
No.
You never heard of that? Interesting. I guess you are on the southern side of the state, so you're further away from it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Either way, I'll be there tomorrow, so
Yeah.
checking out Pontiac Nationals should be pretty cool.
I also like.
it's raining.
That's
Just
fine.
be wary about kids. Be wary about it.
Yeah,
like
if it was anything other than the practice run, I might be a little more concerned. But what am I gonna do? Crash?
Well, I was gonna say, that I mean, yeah, I guess it would the worst case scenario, but really, I mean, it's just for track, getting used to the track and memorization of it.
Pretty much.
I was like, I saw a Brat. I'm like, oh my god, is that a Brat?
A Subaru Brat. Oh, by the way, that's not a real GT40 though. I have
It is.
really high doubts.
It actually is a real one.
Yeah, how is it the real one though? Because of the aftermarket rims.
Holy! Hello! Whoa! Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop this run. Hello, Raiders! Welcome
Oh shit,
in.
let's go.
Thank you so much for the raid,
Jade,
Jade.
no.
Hello, hello, and hello, May as well. Thank you so much for the raid. Roa, I just got here.
Hey, it's for the...
But yes, hello, Jade. Hello, May. Hello, Majoris Knights. Thank you guys all so much for dropping in. Thank you for the raid, Jade. Let me get the shout. Whoops. Lies, Roa, lies. S-O, Jade, N-O-D. Yes. Make sure I spell your name right for the shout out. And what were you playing? Resident Evil 4, it looks like. That's cool. However, this clip is definitely not Resident Evil 4. What is this?
The hell is that?
What is this game?
What is that?
I have no idea what this game is.
Consumerism, the game.
It's called Melatonin, a rhythm game.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. I've never seen a rhythm game quite like that. Interesting.
So just for information, I have set up Vita 3K, which is the only available PS Vita emulator,
Oh, cool.
and I am currently downloading Drive Girls to test if it runs.
Sick. Yes, you'll have to let me know how that goes. I'll have to give it a try.
Kind of reminds me of
Okay,
Rhythm
drop it
Heaven.
like that. But it's like Rhythm Heaven. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Interesting. I've never seen that game before. I would have thought I would have heard of it before. Well, either way, though, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream, Jade? Did it go well? Did you have fun? And thank you guys all. For those of you, Party of 6, I don't know if everybody who came through knows me. I know Majoris Knights, May, Roa, of course. I know, and Jade, I don't know if we've crossed paths before or not. I think you've been in here a couple times before, so new here. Well, I know a lot of you guys know me, but if there is somebody new here who maybe came from her stream doesn't know me, I'm Soji Sakata. I'm a Catboy Cyborg. I've never been here. Yeah, I've been in here. I thought so. Like I said, you were. I thought I remember you being in here a handful of times before. May, no clue who you are. Yeah. This is our first time meeting. It's this isn't the Catboy you're looking for. I'm doing the hand thing like a Jedi, even though you can't see it on camera because I'm an idiot and I think you can see that. Those fire TikToks. I don't know that I do a little bit of rapping in my spare time. Yes, I'm actually doing a rap entry for the V-Scuff talent show. I'm hoping to record that here this weekend and turn it into you guys on your form. So. There may be another one coming very soon. Your Catboy is in another castle. Yes. Dee 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 dee. I actually don't know what the Mario music is. BRB, no problem. But yeah, how was your stream, Jade? You die? I missed the message. You died too much? Yeah, that sounds like Resident Evil for you. Resident Evil be like that sometimes. That's actually why I don't play Resident Evil too much, because I'm a giant wuss bag and a little bit of a scaredy cat. So I tend to avoid that particular type of... I do play Dead by Daylight, but I only play with friends just because it kind of scares me. Oh, you're playing on hardcore and you're very rusty. Even if you weren't very rusty, it's still hardcore mode, so I don't know that that's necessarily something to be too terribly upset about. I think that's impressive you're even willing and gutsy enough to try hardcore mode, because I'm here to tell you I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't even play the game, much less go into hardcore mode on something like that. That's impressive as hell.
Still gotta get that Falcon.
What?
Hey, Soji.
Yo.
I was gonna say, did you reserve a copy of the Crew Motorfest?
No, because I've been... The first Crew game I enjoyed the story mode on, and I suffered through the gameplay engine. The second Crew game I got very bored with very fast, so I'm probably not going to be playing the Crew Motorfest for a while.
Oh,
I'm saving
right.
for
Also,
I'm saving for Forza Motorsport.
okay. Because I was gonna say, like, I forgot also that Ubisoft does not like cross-platform, so I was like,
Yeah,
that might have mentioned.
we might not be able to play anyways. And like I said, I'd rather save my money for Forza Motorsport because I know that's going to be a good game. You'd never play a RE game on hardcore, May? I'm with you on that. Oh, and thank you for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for dropping into the stream. I appreciate you guys stopping in to hang out. And right now what we are doing, I'll explain for those of you who may not have seen this. Sadie here in the call is with us, and she hosts a time attack event. Our current route that I'm practicing for starts here at this intersection. We go down through the quarry, all the way back up around, down this particular road, up, around, and through the town, out through the wilderness a little bit, up, and make the hard right turn, through the canyon, all the way to where I'm at here, and continuing through the big hairpin, over the jump section, through a bunch more sweepers and low and high speed corners, all the way around the track, until we get to the finish line here at the end of the dam. This is we have 3 classes. They're all S2, 925, which is the slowest, which is still alarmingly fast, 950, which is even faster, and then 998, which is pretty much get your brown pants out. This is going to be a scary kind of ride. S2 998 is an absolute monster to hang on to, so I am doing some practice runs to get used to the track because I don't want to end up with this thing on its roof like I did in the very first one I ever entered. So the idea is to get better at this track so I don't end up biffing it into one of the corners.
You're not letting that go, are you?
I will never let that go because that cost me a potential victory. If not, at least a top 3. That could have been so much more that day, and I had to make one small error in that stupid Mercedes in turn 27 and cost myself the thing on the 3rd and final run of the day. I'm still pissed about that, and I always will be ever so slightly. It's what drives me to get better at this every time.
Swear to God, that Smasher's not really practicing.
Well, see, the difference is I worry about having enough power to beat Smasher on the straights, but I know I can't do that, so I've just got to make sure that I average enough through the corners to overcome Smasher's ridiculous top speed on the straightaways. Smasher's the guy, I don't have to worry about beating him through the corners. I have to worry about beating him on the average time, because I know he's going to blast me on the straights.
The only potential threat here, if I'm even considered the threat, is just me. But even then,
Well, I'll say, You are always the one to beat. I don't think you've ever come in any worse than. Actually, I don't think you've ever come in anything less than first in any of these. But because you also can't win your own event, you are you're kind of the benchmark, but you're not so much a threat because you can't win your own event as per your own rules. So that makes you kind of like a. You're almost like.
What do you?
What do you mean?
If Max Verstappen hosts his own race, kind of thing.
Pretty much, yes. You're the benchmark. You're like the pace car. You're out there. You're running. It's like if the pace car went out and ran with NASCAR. It's like was able to lead everybody all the time. You can't win, but you're always the one to beat. Which is kind of an odd thought to have, but that is the way it works.
I was gonna say, like, you know, like, here's the bar if you really want to push it, but
I will say, last time I got close to you. I was chomping it. I was at the back door. I was getting close. I didn't quite make it, but damn it, I was close.
What was it the last time? The last time you
I think I was within a couple tenths.
It was the Red Devils Pass.
Yeah.
Let's see, Devils Pass.
I was really close to keeping up with you that time.
Yeah, for B class, you scored 330. I got 328.
Yeah, and to be fair, and that was with a car I built like an hour before the event. I had no practice in that car.
Right, and then A class, we had decent practice.
Yeah, A class. The rest of them we had good practice.
Yeah, so 311, and I was 310.
So 1 second, which is pretty good on a 3-minute course. That's close.
Then S1 class, I got 252. This is the closest one you got. 252.87, 253 flat.
Yeah. Okay. 1.3 hundredths. That's
it's like 1300
or 1300s. 1300s. That's what I meant. That's close. I don't care. That's close.
You reached the sun. You reached the sun, and I actually applaud you on that, because I was like, okay, now I gotta take the gloves off now somehow, because I heard you 253 flat. I'm like, fuck, you know.
Like I said, I was trying to push that day. Oh, you stupid Bronco.
And then obviously the hammer dropped down when I was like an S2. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you you had the. Were you using the Brabham that day?
I always use the Brabham.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say you're.
For S2s,
I don't even worry about. I just want to get as close to the Brabham as I can because I know I can't beat the Brabham, especially with you behind the wheel. But how close did I get on S2 that day? I know I was doing okay.
You were 5.5, 4 point something odd seconds. 4.28.
Well, I think and nobody else went faster than me other than you, correct?
Yeah, no. You're literally the first on the tier other than me.
I was gonna say, that tells you how good the Brabham is, because I remember that S1 or that S2 run in the Merc honestly being a pretty decent pass. I didn't have a bunch of mistakes. I felt like I ran that good and clean and quickly, and I was the fastest of everybody except you, and I still lost to you by 4 seconds in that Brabham. That's how ridiculous that Brabham is.
Smasher has his own problem with Yellow. Yellow actually scored a faster time on A class than Smasher. S1, then Smasher took the other classes. Because, you know, it's... I guess it's just really all about car preference. I mean, also, if you think about it, Yellow took a fucking NASCAR for S1. I'm just like, why? You know?
Yeah, that was an absolute insane person move. But I will admit it was very, very impressive to watch him keep that thing on the track at all. I would have figured he would have.
It was S2. It was S2. He took a NASCAR for S2. Yeah, he fucking maneuvered that like a champ. Like, how the hell?
He drove the crap out of it for it being an old NASCAR like that. That thing should not have done what it did, and it was impressive it tried at all.
Now you got a newer NASCAR, and that one's handling fairly well for you.
Well, let's be real. This isn't an actual NASCAR.
Well, it isn't, but look, no one's no one's expecting a fucking Camaro out of all things to handle really well.
And this thing's absolutely ripping it right now.
So I was like wondering,
Arrived at your
here's my thought, right? When I was on my testing, it's like I wonder if a NASCAR, if not a NASCAR, but a Camaro would work, because I saw the handling rate, right, was like 8.7.
Yeah.
What surprised me the most is the amount of G-forces that the car gives you at a certain speed, which is 2.5. It will keep your car planted at 200 miles an hour with basically 2.5 pounds of its weight down on the point.
So, G, may I steal your attention for a little bit?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I will start a stream, and I will show you something.
Okay. Oh, is it working? Hang on. I'm gonna pause the game here. I want to see this. For those of you who don't know, Dark I want to try to emulate some games, and Dark's gonna help me. And one of them is a PS Vita game. Because I would pick a PS Vita game to want to try to emulate. Holy shit, that's the game.
Now, I don't know how well and if at all this is gonna work,
What?
but I got this far.
That's it. That's the game. Drive Girls. What? That's so cool.
Let's see if this shit works. Hold on.
I love its version
Oh
1.
yeah, I remember this fucking game.
Yes, he got it. What? That's so cool.
My lord, dude.
That's awesome.
Hold on, let's see if it works. Oh my god, what is
Yo,
this shit?
can you go to customize for me?
Sure.
Thank you. I want to see this.
Tuning part shot. Let's go tuning.
Yeah, because
No,
there's.
part chop was the exterior.
Oh.
Oh, it may not
Why
have.
do I-
Well, there. Yep, there she is. Lon's
Oh
here.
jeez.
Oh Jesus.
What the?
Oh, it's
Oh,
The
okay, yeah,
wife
tutorial.
material.
So
Yeah.
I
Whatever,
bet you
whatever,
can't
blah,
guess. I bet you can't guess what kind of car she turns into.
blah. Would I be correct in assuming it's a Lancer?
Yes, you would.
I was gonna say there's
If you cycle
there's a
through
nice-
all of the names, you'll be able to tell what they are pretty damn quick. So that's Lancier. What's the other ones?
I don't know. Oh.
So what?
Oh,
What
the,
car?
look
what
at the
cars are
physics.
Oh, the jiggle
Look at the
fixes.
physics.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
girl.
Yes.
I don't know what
bruh.
the fucking controls are for this.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. What's the? Wait. What's the song? Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. Yeah.
I was gonna say, can you press the right button? Is that the only one you got? Or
No, there should
yeah,
be.
that's the only one you got.
Oh, real? Oh, you must start with her then. Okay.
Yeah.
I still
Wait,
love
wait,
that
okay.
she. I still love that they just turn into cars randomly, like part shop.
I want to go to some gameplay to see if this actually works.
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on. Cloverhead. Okay, do we not?
Okay.
That's basically it's like what do you call it? Neptunia in a sense.
Oh god.
I've never seen that.
All right, hold on. Let's see if this works. Hold on.
It looks like Symphogear, but also, but it's,
Hold on.
It's like Symphogear mixed with Transformers.
Jesus.
I'm kind of close on these designs.
Wait, do you guys have sound? I don't know.
Yes, I can hear the
I-
game.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm hearing her.
Emergency response team exam. Alright, let's see. Lil. Okay, can we like I wanna see if gameplay works. Whoa, weird sounds. Alright, let's go.
Oh, yeah,
Weird
there's
sound.
there's the FDRX7 girl, the yellow
What?
one.
What cars are taken
What cars were taken? What do you mean?
in the in the time trial thing?
Oh,
Oh
let's
god, there was
see.
a 4G63 reference in that text. That's the
Sorry,
engine
yeah,
the
I'm just
Lancer
skipping
has.
all over this.
No, it's
I just
fine.
wanna
I
see
don't.
if
I don't want
gameplay
to.
works.
I don't want to spoil the story, anyways, so I can
Yeah.
play it in honest playthrough. I just want to see if it works.
Because like these text windows are fine. We need to get into the gameplay to see if it
Yeah, I
actually works.
know. Well, the gameplay. Don't have your hopes up on the gameplay, Chief.
No,
It
no,
ain't
I just need to see if it fucking
It ain't
works,
gonna be
man.
good.
It's just, you know, we're testing this.
Yeah, no, I get that. I can't believe it's working at all, though. That's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I do have a 4070, so
That's fair, yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
like,
no,
but
I mean,
it's probably, it's probably
not your
shouldn't-
graphics card, the emulator. I knew you'd have enough.
Yeah, no, but like, okay, here we go.
I knew you'd have a computer that could handle it. I'm just happy the emulator is
Mission
actually
will be
working.
with selected character. Yes. The fucking car. All right, let's see what the fuck this is about.
This is awesome. I've always wanted to see this.
Oh no!
Oh,
So,
and
Yeah.
there it goes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not doing great, is it? Big yikes. Hope you don't have epilepsy. Oh no. Oh no, that's awful.
Oof.
Is
Hold
it-
on, let me see to get to these. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's unplayable. Oh, yep, stream has ended. Yeah, that's unplayable. Wow. Okay, that's cool though that it worked at all.
Listen, you know.
It's a shame it doesn't work, but that's still pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Well, it worked, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it was trying to work, but
Shut off.
yeah, that's like I said, that's what's that thing? Please do not watch in a dark room. You know, please do not have. If you're susceptible to flashing lights, do not use the PS Vita emulator.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
so,
Oh my god, that's
Smasher,
funny.
Smasher, I'm
Yeah.
gonna answer your question. The cars that are currently taken, and by the way, these are like participants that are probably like 50-50 chance of probably not gonna participate, right? Because some of them do have a busier schedule. The Noble M400, Diablo GTR, Viper Anniversary Edition, Sesto Elemental Forza Edition,
Yep.
Porsche 991 GT2 RS, which is the what do you call it? The modern one, the 2021 one.
Mhm.
The Zonda R, the Senna, Porsche Mission R4925, Ford Mustang Mach-E, Neo EP9, Camaro ZL1 1LE, Mercedes-Benz AMG CLK GTR Forza Edition, and then my list, which is the Expo GT4, Radical RXC Turbo, and the Brabham BT62. And I'm still
Alright.
surprised that no one's still taking the fucking what do you call it? No one's still taking the Koenigsegg GT, CCGT.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one took that. I might take that, to be honest.
This is like I was gonna say, is like, holy shit, why is there no one taking the car? The car is genuinely good.
I might take that for 998, to be honest.
Alright, well, list it down and make sure that you, Soji, are you asleep?
No, I'm still here. I'm just typing real quick.
No, you
Okay.
sleep.
Soji just checked out.
Yeah, so I
Maybe,
was
maybe he
gonna
got
say,
defeated by the flashing lights of the emulator.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm having a seizure. It's fine. Yeah, dark stream of the
Before-
PS Vita emulator has rendered
Before
me.
our conversation goes into some more advanced stuff, I'm going to say goodbye and leave for now.
Okay, well, thanks for trying that, Dark. I appreciate it, and I will hit you up to have you help me emulate some
The
other
other
games.
emulators will be more successful, I promise. This was just a shot in the dark.
Yeah, you said that one was experimental, so we kind of
Yeah.
we kind of had that thought that might happen, but I know you said like the PS1, the PS2, and the GameCube
those are
emulators.
easy.
You said those work pretty well, so
Absolutely.
cool. Well, I will definitely give those I will definitely give those a try. When I'm ready, I'll hit you up and we'll
right.
get something set up there. So
Okay, bye everyone.
thanks for hanging out,
Later.
Dark. Have a good night or a good day or whatever it is wherever you're at.
Yeah. Cheers.
So,
Oh God. Okay, yeah, you two got bigger. I forgot.
Right, I was gonna
Okay,
say
here we go.
like there's like a lot of things that you could take for 925 still, Soji.
Yeah, that's what I put subject to change. I'm not 100% set on that NSX, but I do really like it. What I really want. I'll tell you what I really
ever
want
tried-
for 925, and it's that.
Which one?
Well, it's definitely not the RS4 Avant. So
The Trans Am.
the Hot Wheel,
okay.
I really want that Hot Wheels Trans Am to drive cool, or to drive good, because that thing, if I can put a paint job on that Trans Am, how sick would that thing look with a Trans Am 20,000 paint job from Redline?
It is basically the fucking Trans Am from Redline, basically.
It's as close as we're gonna get. I mean, how cool would that be? Or better yet, I'd redo my own version of the Trans Am 20,000, and I could just I try to modify it to make it fit the car better, and tinker with the design on it a bit. I think I can make that thing look really, really cool, and it's just a blank white canvas right now. But
gotta
it'll
remember
do no
also
good if
that-
it won't handle.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go in the front line for that because I'm just I'm the usual tester, right? But at the same time, it's like,
Well, you know, the
Let's do
second
it
I get
next few-
the second
few
I
weeks,
get my
okay, let me see.
I say the second I get my grubby little paws on that Hot Wheels Trans Am, the first thing it's going is to 925 and straight to this road.
Let me see again what the festival playlist is at. I want to see the whole thing. I wonder what price cars we're gonna get,
So we've
or
got
what reruns we're gonna get.
we got the Mustang, the DeBerti Mustang and the Super B,
Okay.
the XB Falcon and the 765 LT,
Okay.
the Hot Wheels Trans Am and the RS4 Avant, which the Avant really isn't that much.
Yeah.
The GR86, the new one. 650S Spider, and the 73 Trans Am Super Dude 455 and the SF90 Stradale. The Super Dude. And then of
I'm
course we
still
got
looking at what's coming. I wonder what's coming soon then.
Alpha, Fiat, Abarth, and Lancia.
That's all it is.
That's the entire
I'd be
page. It says Italian
Yeah,
Automotive. Alfa Romeo returns, coming soon. Fiat returns, coming soon. Abarth returns, coming soon. Lancia returns, coming soon. That's literally the entire page of coming soon.
Okay, let's be fair here and say that each of them have a brand new car. Right?
Uh-huh. Well, we know Lancia only makes
Lancia
one car at nowadays, and it sucks, so you know they're not going to have a new car anymore.
Epsilon, basically, it's I forgot which Dodge was that or what Chevrolet. It's just Chevrolet Spark. That's what it was.
Is that what it is? Is a
so-
Chevy? I thought it was a Tata Indy car.
No, it's Chevrolet Spark. The other one was so the Abarth. What can they release though? The 5.
You'd have the 500 Abarth, the 595 Bipasto, the whatever the 6 something is. They had one in the 600 number.
I think it's
Yeah.
600.
You could also get the Abarth 124 Spider, if that doesn't go under the Fiat name. Because there's technically the Fiat 124 Spider and the Abarth 124 Spider. They are technically different makes.
That's also the.
And Alfa
Abarth.
Romeo probably has the Giulia GT, the one with the spoiler on it, not the one without the spoiler.
I would think they're probably going to have the Giulia, the Stelvio, the 155, and if we're lucky, maybe they'll throw in the Brera.
Because I was going to say, you know what the reason why I would call it not the 155 probably would be also good at S2925.
The 155, really?
Do you really want to know how stupid it is?
I think it was pretty dumb in 4.
Really, I didn't know that.
It's a ripper back at the what do you call it? The what was that hill climb called again? I think it was just called the Unfortunate Son. Yeah, that's what it is because it's a fucking Fortune Island hill climb. You know which one?
Oh yeah, the mountain pass climb.
Yep, and that shit went crazy on the corners. Easy. You know, it's hilarious sometimes now that I think about it, right? The
What?
meta was split for S2 class a lot even than today's Forza. Smasher, what was the meta cars are S2 other than the CCGT? I think, yeah, if you remember on Forza Horizon 4, on rank.
The
I know the Mosler's on the list too.
I just had a really bad plan.
Okay, let me look it up because I know it was spread so even that the competition was normally fierce. So
I have a bookmark of it.
Forza Horizon 4 meta cars. Okay, so people were using on this was back at the Reddit back then. So S2.
That's just all the 599.
Yeah. So
599
for the
FFP.
for the dry courses, the Ferrari ETCs, CCGT, and the Zonda R. For the wet courses, it was the CLK GTR, the Polo IE, Elise GT1, and the FFD welcome package.
All the MP
The-
flow.
Yeah, and then the street snow was the Hoonigan RS200, the King Cobra. You remember the King Cobra, right?
Yeah, I used it.
The GTR, and yeah, it's so stupid.
Wait,
Uh,
there's
All the Ferrari Extreme Track Toys, basically, that's the ETTs. All the Extreme Track Toys were so good that all of them are just. That's how spread out the meta was back then on the 998s.
there's
And
That's
now
a
it's
lot of
like-
cars.
Yeah, but now they had to nerf they had to nerf the handling a little bit, and now all the Ferraris are basically useless.
Pretty much, yeah. All right. Well,
Oh man,
I dozed.
You got off the road.
I dozed
Yeah, you
off and
dozed
barrel
off, but-
rolled. So yeah, it's probably time for me to go to bed because I'm no
Well,
longer
yeah.
putting in good practice.
Well, I was gonna say, on tomorrow. How early will you be on tomorrow? I'm just wondering.
I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow night. I may get on in the morning. I'm unsure of that yet. It depends, because like I said, I'm going to Pontiac Nationals. I do not know how long that's going to take, and it'll all depend on when I get out of there and start coming home as to when I get home and if I'll be able to stream. So I genuinely don't know how late this is going to run. So we'll have to find out, but I may get on in the morning. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna say like, if this event still goes on, right, I'm gonna let you take the reins of leader because if in case that some shit goes rocky, then I would let you first hand. So.
Okay, yeah, as long as, like I said, I didn't want to like take it from you, but since you were concerned it may not happen, I wanted to make sure you knew you had an out with me that hey, if it comes to that, I will go. I don't want to like forcibly take it away from you, of course, but I will volunteer to take over if you need somebody. So that I just wanted to make sure that you knew that ahead of time. That I wasn't like I don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah, I'll just do it for you. But if it comes to where you can't or something, I will happily help pitch in and help out. So if you want me to do that, I will gladly do so.
Okay. Yeah. So gotta remember, Smasher. You gotta stream this event so that way I could see it in your channel, how you're running the time attack, and then we'll just swap screens over and over. That's how the system's gonna be. It's not from now on, because if you think about it, all of us really have Twitch channels, so you don't really have to worry about like swapping, you know.
Yeah, ideally,
if you're Xbox.
Ideally, what we should do is just have everybody who participates stream it. That way, we make sure everybody has their own POV for each race, and hey, when it's their turn, tune into their channel and watch their run, and then hey, we'll have the overview and the commentary. So keep our stream open in the background, and you can watch their run from their POV. And, we'll have all the commentary from the drone cam that we're operating to be able to keep up with the action and let you know what's going on.
The thing is, we might not even use the drone cam.
Okay, I mean for the commentators, so we can see what's happening. That way we can commentate.
No, but you want to know the easy way about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for you to switch Alt Tab on your OBS to a Google window, or no?
I have no idea. No, I don't.
Okay, we're gonna test out the system. We're gonna test out the system probably down the line, because here's the problem with drone cams, right? And I've seen it. Is by the time that you really, really, really need to, we needed at least 3 more cameras, because the overall distance curving down the mountainside is so like the render disappears. Yeah.
Well, and that's
the reason why.
Well, like I said, that's why I was thinking. Okay, instead of trying to film everything on drone cam for this one, I'm with you in the future. More drones would work better. But for like this particular one, I'm thinking, okay, like I said, you watch from their POV. And then you just, like for me, that way I can commentate on what's happening. I can, hey, he's coming into this section now. No different than any other racers or any other race commentators going to have a live feed of the race to give feedback on it as it happens.
And that's where my stream comes in, because I'm going to start alt-tabbing everything.
Alt-tabbing?
Anyways, what? Not alt-tabbing, just tabbing, because... I'm gonna open like all the competition streams.
Oh, so you're gonna be the one. You can flip through them all. So all you have to do is go to your channel and watch the live feed, and have my channel open for the commentary.
Well, we're both gonna do the commentary. It's just you're probably gonna. I'm probably gonna see how he is on the. How they are on.
I'm thinking this is under the assumption you can't make it, because I know that was a concern at one point.
I'm gonna. Here's the thing. If my family I just have to get along with my family right now, because really I'm just in a rough spot. So if September does happen, hopefully my dad could get me a bit more time. So
hook you up on that one particular day. Yeah.
Anyway, I actually have to go myself, because it's already midnight and I have to wake up in like a few hours. So.
Yep. Same here. I don't have to get up super early, but I do have stuff to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna call it a night on my stream here as well, and get some good old fashioned Z's. So.
Yep. Anyway, Sergi, I gotta go. Later,
Sadie. Smasher, I'm gonna call it a night as well, just because I'm getting tired. So I fell asleep once behind the wheel already tonight, so I'll go ahead and before I crash my car up anymore, I'll just pull it off to the side and catch a few Z's. So.
All right.
But thanks for hanging out and chatting. I appreciate it. It's always fun having somebody chat with in the call, and I mean, it kept me up an extra hour tonight having people to talk to, so it helped. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do when you've been awake for 19 hours and worked a full 8-hour day and played 9 holes of golf and streamed for over 3.5 hours. Yeah, there's a limit to how much energy I have, and I'm hitting it. So, I wonder if there's anybody to raid tonight. Let's find out. Oh, Twitch. No, not Kaching Mains. Twitch. Nobody that I know well enough to raid right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it a night. I'll raid on the next one when I have time. Right now, I'm not gonna stay awake long enough to be able to raid out to somebody, so I'll just call it a night for now and catch somebody on the next one. Alright, but thank you guys all so much for watching. I am going to call it a night and go get some sleep. So, thanks for hanging out. It's been a great night. My name's Soji, and I'm out. I will see you guys all on the next one. Unsure if there's a stream going to happen tomorrow or not. I'll let you know. Watch my Discord, and you'll find out if I'll be live or not. So, until then, have fun, and like I said, I'll catch you guys all on the next one. I'll try to drop into some people's streams here maybe in the next couple days while I have a weekend. So, we'll see how much time I'm able to wrangle up. Hopefully I'll have some. I can stop into some friends and pay some visits to people who I owe some visits to. But have a great night, everybody. I'm going to go get some sleep. Good night.